Yep.
Same act.
Episode 46. We hearing hood tales over here. This
I ain't telling no hood
you
tales.
can't come through the block without somebody knowing you on the block.
I'm just saying, if you pull up on that block and nobody knows you, there's gonna be eyes on you. That's just how it is.
Okay, how do we know eyes mean like we notice you? Because everybody sees somebody, but don't mean I'm gonna do something about that. Because everybody get caught slipping.
That's
we
true.
all saw the end of Scarface. Nobody goes unscathed.
But I'm pretty sure out here too, when your old neighborhood still currently, there are certain blocks if you pull up on, there's people. They outside.
In Beverly Hills? Or you talking about Homie Hills?
I said your old neighborhood. I didn't say your current neighborhood. Yeah, not your current one.
The San Diego house?
True. I know, right?
Yeah, you know, I
get noticed more in good neighborhoods than I did in the back. Ooh, that's racial, huh?
Obviously.
I know.
Because you're the only one there.
Only one. Only one. They treat you nice, though. I don't know about that. Like, I always thought when everybody's like, don't mess around my block. Don't come over here. Ain't nobody know. I'm like, but then your cousin come and you ain't announce your cousin. They still let him come through. They don't know who he is.
But typically,
he walking down the street buying ice cream.
I don't know. Some neighborhoods you don't just randomly walk down the street like that.
What, O Block? Where you at?
I'm just saying, there's a bunch of neighborhoods out there. You're not just randomly walking down the street. A lot of neighborhoods you don't go there unless you know somebody over there.
That ain't a hood tale?
I mean, it's still some old gas station. Like when I go to my dad's house and stuff, it's some gas station I'm not stopping at.
I'm
not stopping that.
Because you know.
Why you not? Let me hear why. You scared of your people?
I'm not stopping at that gas station.
They on that type of time. Like, you know.
Crenshaw and Manchester, I'm not stopping at that gas station.
I know, that's weird.
I am not stopping at that gas. I don't care what it is. I am not stopping at that gas station. It's just early in the morning.
But you know you can know, but you don't.
I mean, growing up, I've seen so much stuff happen there.
Yeah.
And then when I've been gone, I've heard about so much stuff happening there. It's just, I want it to be that one day.
You rather sit in your car and call
AAA. I want it to be that one day.
But hold on. All right, how old are you? I forgot. Okay.
42.
He
forgot that Google works.
No, I know that, but I just be fucking with Sil. He was getting all up in my shit the other time, so I had to
pause.
Shit. I pulled a Sil. I pulled a Sil.
I am a man.
I pulled a Sil. My bad. I pulled a Sil.
I am married too.
Shit.
That was crazy. That was egregious.
No
Hey,
dig.
we got to inject him about the game. That's worth just spitting on that. You got to get him about the game.
The funny thing, I was talking to one of my guys yesterday, telling him, I said, you got to come off the ball
hard.
And he looked at me, and I was like, no, Diddy. Like, because he just stopped.
I told you, all
concentration. Just, he was focused at first, but when I said that, all concentration was just gone. I was like, oh, my bad, no Diddy. And he was like, oh, he came right back. Like,
oh,
he was
yeah,
back
you good.
focused. Like, I'm like, man, these kids
you got a mulligan.
Crazy.
You got
these kids crazy.
do it over again. All right, hold up. This is my math. See, I'm weird like this. All right, so we all grew up in the hood. 18 years, and then you go to college. So let's count 18 years. 18 years times 365. I don't know what the fuck. 5,400 some days. How many times somebody have an incident at that gas station growing up or since you left? Let's be real. 10, 20? Give it 30? 30 is hot. That's hot.
I had another scenario, but I don't want to tell you that because you're gonna kill me.
Well, we're going to go there and now. We're going there now.
Set it up.
But my point is,
but no, I
like
feel you, but I don't want that one time.
I
don't want that one time to be when I'm there.
But that's everywhere. Do you know right now on the corner of where we are, somebody got killed, somebody got stabbed, somebody got burned, somebody got a car accident?
I'll stop by that gas station right for you on 405 if I need to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some places just a higher frequency of that happening.
Facts. Oh, I know that.
I just wait till I get back on my side of town. If it's that serious, I just wait till I get back on my side of town.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? All right, here's real. I've never had, I've never been carjacked or broken into my car, any of that stuff. But when I first got my Rolls Royce, everybody was like, don't take that back home. And I was like, for what? I was like,
first thing I do.
The first thing I'm gonna do, but I ain't
first
gonna lie.
Thing I did was drive through the.
Yeah, to let them know we
I ain't
back.
Get out though, but I drove through.
Right. But then I didn't do it to show off as much as I did it because I don't want them to think I changed or I'm shook. Mm-hmm. Like all of a sudden now I'm scared of all of what we had to go through. Mm-hmm. And I did it for that reason simply. It wasn't a floss. And then it turned into a floss because everybody was pumped. But I'm like, why can't I go back? Because I was like, how many times did something really happen in my grandma's house or where I'm from? I was like, 20 10. And it's like I'm gonna live the rest of my life with this phobia of 10 times when that stuff happens everywhere, but just maybe at a lower frequency.
So you went back to show that you were down?
I went back to show that I'm not scared of them being down.
You see what I did there?
No, I know what you're saying. I didn't know not to go that I'm down. I'm not down. I'm leaving. I've got about 3 hours, nigga. But
You know
I
what I
am
was
out
I know,
because they, I think the
he's
pride
talking
that they had,
See, you
or they
going to
wanted
see-
that.
You going to see grandma's different than me going to a store where I could go to another store a couple streets down. I got the same.
Well, you could
exact
go
stuff.
also to another family member's house too.
Yeah,
you could
you're
say,
right.
"Grandma, y'all meet me at this good family member's house instead of go to that one."
You right. You
I'm not saying I'm right.
But his, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but you
No,
can
no.
equate that to like the house you have now, right?
Yeah.
You could have went back to your old neighborhood and got something for a lot less money, and your family still would have been comfortable in it.
yeah.
But you wanted to be in a nicer place because there's less activity, certain type of activities, less of that,
Yeah.
and it's just safer. So it's
It
the same
is.
thing. You're not going to go to certain areas as much once you've gotten out of that and got to a certain point because you know what's there.
Good.
That's how I was too. Because when I my 3rd and 4th year, I lived in Marina,
Yeah.
but I felt like I was still too close for
Too
if
close.
they wanted to get.
That 90 right there.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I was
Right
like,
on that 90,
yeah.
in
So
and
that's
out.
why I was like, let me go a little. That's what I was thinking too. Like, let me go a little bit further because they still got access. They want to make that little drive. They could still. I felt like I was still touchable.
But that they is, or used to be us, and when we were there, so what are we saying about ourselves? Because we were there,
But see,
and they were saying, the outsiders were saying all of us, but we weren't the same.
But see, during that time, that's when I was clubbing out a lot too. You know, like now it's different. Like now I can live there because I don't go out that much. It's different. Like I don't have to worry about people. I'm not wearing my flashy jewelry. I ain't got the car seat. During that time, I had
Yeah.
I had a Rolls Royce and a Bentley parked in the apartment
No,
complex.
I ain't mean it like that.
Huh?
But it's true.
When they don't
I ain't
see
what
you
you
no
said.
more,
I ain't what you said.
I'm saying now they probably think you fell off.
Yeah.
Not saying that you have, but when they don't see you as much, you're not outside, you don't got the jewelry, you're not really the op anymore because like, oh, he don't even.
Yeah,
he
now,
don't
a lot of
even
stuff
got
I
it.
do. A lot
Meanwhile,
of stuff
you
I do now, I don't even post, and if I do, it be on close friends. Like like
Yeah.
it don't be like some stuff, some trips they don't even know I've been on. Like
We were just talking about that place that he posts when he gets back home.
Oh yeah, later gram. It ain't Insta, it's later. You ain't getting this shit in real time. No.
And it's not your block you have to worry about, or the block you grew up on. It's the gas station outside the block where somebody who's not from your hood or your hood adjacent might come after you.
Like I still got the little. I remember growing up. Turn that music down when you get in your neighborhood, so they don't know you got so they don't know you got beat.
sounds. They don't
You
take
parking that in
that.
the driveway.
hear that bass
turn
rattling.
that bass down when you pull up. See when you get close to the house. I remember them rules.
So psychologically, what happened to us? Because there's something going on in this deep internal contrast, and it's a conflict for real. Like you gotta have self-hate if you try to aspire to get out of a bad situation. Think about it. The situation you have termed bad. You think you're good, but then you're looking at everybody like he's good, he bad. And so you have to now deal and navigate around bad being good, which means you hate where you are, but you love who you are. What does that affect? Like when you get older now, do you even have any of that?
You know the funny thing is, I went
Gotta
to
be.
Roscoe's on Manchester
Yeah.
with my daughter, and it's like nobody's in the parking lot, but it's a car. It's like 5 niggas outside.
Yeah.
The car, they eating their food and stuff.
You know.
tell they hood niggas. So I get out because I called the food in, and I get out, and I'm just like, man, I got my daughter. I'm like, damn. I walk up, I look at her, I say, what's up? It's crazy. Times change. What's up, OG? I'm like, oh damn, they see the grades.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm the OG now. Like, oh, what's up? Oh yeah, OG. Oh, them 4Gs on the Yukon clean. I like that. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, what up? Like,
Did he say 40s?
4Gs.
4Gs.
Oh, 40s.
Yeah, he
I
was
don't know,
complimenting.
for
He was
real, man.
complimenting the car. He was complimenting my car and stuff. He was like, yeah, because they had a little SUV with no rims. But I was like, oh okay. And then when I came back out, they was like, have a good one. They was like, have a good one, OG.
They
Gone.
polite. You really old. They polite.
I made sure I hit that little that lock button.
Pressed it twice just to make sure.
Oh man, your ninja alert go off. You like, oh
He
damn.
was a big
But you
dude,
see
though,
how
so
the
they
thing
probably
changed,
might
though?
have.
Yeah, but it was like, what's up, OG? They like,
Yeah.
they acknowledge me as OG, and like, I'm like, oh, shit, I'm OG now. Shit,
I
Raised in
know.
the hair. I'm like, damn.
Ain't nothing worse than when you see that element, and we all know it because our radar is just too damn sensitive to it because we had to navigate around it. And then you see it at our age, and you like, okay. Like I go to high school football games a lot, and I sit down, and then, you know, the good teams that's in the city still kind of rough, you know what I mean? And I'm looking, and then I see, and I'm like, all right. And then I feel like I'm in like the Matrix. I'm like, all right, L latitude right, emergency exit left, like MJ right here, like they here.
YN1, YN2, YN3 over there.
They start turning purple and green in my eyes. These dots start hitting them, and then it's because I'm at a football game. Sooner or later, some auntie or uncle gonna be like, yeah. And then you know you see one of these, and they like. I'm like, no. And then they cool, but the point is, you like not even all into the game, right? You can't be because you like, I got this, I got that. And then they always cool, for me at least, they always cool. Ain't nobody gonna sweat no 50-year-old with a limp, you know what I mean? Yeah. But the point is, that should be eating my brain up. I'll be like, dog, I'm watching this game, but I'm like, I just been here before when it went yeah, and everybody had to scatter. Yeah.
One time I could tell it was you just by your walk. One time I was walking behind you, I'm like, I saw two bald-headed niggas. I said, oh, that's Sel. I said, oh, the one to the left. You know? I was like, damn.
I got to get that hip surgery because I look now like all them old NFL players, the AFL dudes who had bad surgeries. I look like that.
Yeah, but you know what? You need to though, because my boy, when I went back to Tampa, he had 2 hip replacements, and he said he's walking. He said he's feeling so much better. He walking so much better. He's fully healed now. So you might want to do it though. He had to do it, but he said he's feeling so much better now.
I know everybody who's had it says that.
Yeah,
everyone.
They was like it's an immediate thing. Yeah,
but my boy said it's so much relief. Like we were walking through the thing. I'm like, you want to take the elevator? He said, nah, man. He said I want to get my steps in. He was walking. You know, Tampa got the little. I don't know if you know, but you got the little
that
hill
concourse
thing.
And all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, I want to get my walks in. I was like, okay, cool.
No, they get you up and walking the same day you have the surgery now.
I heard.
Yeah, he said he
I've
loves
had 2 boys who had it in the last 3 years or so,
Mm-hmm.
and they said first of all the pain went away immediately, like immediately, felt so much better.
Yeah.
And they said if they had the surgery in the morning, by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they were walking the hallways.
Wow. What was their rehab time? You remember a couple months?
It was several months, but it wasn't like grueling.
Yeah, mine did his a couple years ago, so he's like really, really good.
Oh, he had it.
You know what I'm saying? Like he got the full benefits too, because he that's why he had to stop.
Our boy from school, he's one of the world-renowned surgeons, Snibbe.
Oh,
yeah, Dr.
I was just
Jason
talking
Snibbe.
about him the other day because I had to go see him for.
Yeah, and he posts a lot of his surgeries online, so it's like crazy. You can see the person sleeping, then he in there digging, like you just see blood and guts coming. Like he hit him with a hammer and all this stuff. And it's like what? And I'm like, everyone says the same thing. Mitch Richmond, the homie, he just got his done, and he says, dog. Because I wake up sometimes like in just discomfort. I wouldn't go pain because I'm really rehabbing it, but it ain't perfect. The left one's perfect. This thing don't even exist. I don't even feel it.
Just this thing, when you first started considering it, you could have been done by now.
Yeah, why haven't you done it?
Because I think I could rehab it.
He thought he could yoga it out of him.
But if the
it's
recovery is so quick, it seems like doing all the rehab is taking longer than the actual recovery would have taken if you just
smart.
did
You're
it.
Smarter than me, I know it. Counterproductive. I don't messed it up. Now I'm mad that I did all that rehab, all that time gone, and I'm like, but it does feel better, but it don't feel like this one. So what's the point? You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh man.
Good days and bad days.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though, I was sore as shit after playing that pickleball, because that's like the basketball kind of movements. I ain't had that movement. When I went to practice later on that day, I was sitting down, I was like, ooh, I slept good that night.
Did you stretch?
You look good too.
No.
That's the problem.
I think I did like some little. I ain't gonna lie. I did the little bullshit, like the little, you know, the little bullshit, little couple little hammies, little bullshit. That's all I did.
He could have been at Bikram yoga, and it still would have hurt.
Yeah, that part.
Because he was doing movements and quick reflex movements that you probably haven't done in 15 years.
Yeah,
you know,
his muscle fibers are like this.
Because after a while, you can see DP. It was snapping on him, and he was like getting after the ball. It was like instant reflex, and I was like, hope he don't pull nothing.
Right, but he a big ass athlete.
Yes,
dog. I mean, first you just looking at him playing, you behind, you know, watching next point up yours. and all you see is back. Like all I saw was just back, like an El Dorado or something. Like, this motherfucker huge. But then he just keeps getting smaller and smaller, and I was like, that's why he's an athlete. Look at them ankles. They like this.
Like that, yep.
Oh, that boy could move. And I was like, yo, he really playing good. And I was
For a
like,
first time, it
first
was
time.
great.
Nah, that was I
was like, I was getting excited. I was like, oh, I could teach him how to play.
Oh damn, that's cold.
Nah, I wanna
I've been
get
knowing you for how many years playing. You ain't never fucking, he ain't never hit the jiggle. Oh, I can really teach you. I've been playing forever. No, sorry. He can beat me. Oh, I can tell right now his potential way greater than mine. It's crazy. But I get this hip right.
He still got a hit.
I'm about to say, get this hip right.
I was mad. I had a birthday party to go to Saturday because I wanted to come to the one Saturday.
Oh, that was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I know. I had a birthday party
That
already.
was the weirdest thing ever.
Tell me. The glow in the dark
Playing
part or
glow
what?
in the dark.
It was playing it. There's no depth perception. I literally could not see until the ball was like right on you.
Yeah.
Or when
That's called
somebody
old age,
when
but-
somebody served right because my eyes
Cataracts.
need more
Yeah,
light.
You cataract. He that old dog in the hood. Like,
Well, here's how bad it was. I went in my contact lenses. I couldn't see shit.
Damn.
I had to take my contact lenses out and
Get
put
the
my
backups.
glasses on.
Damn.
Oh damn!
And I still couldn't see.
Damn.
So it was like just guessing where the ball was every single time.
God. And then finally he looked at his date and was like, oh, that's what you look like.
The date.
She wasn't my date. She's my friend.
Man, ain't nobody bringing no friend out at no 9 o'clock at night on Saturday talking about this
Right.
the homie.
Absolutely.
Smash
For drinks and food.
to a place called California Smash.
Yeah.
Smash.
Straight
How'd that drive home go?
straight platonic.
I don't believe in that, but I mean, I believe people are your homies and they gotta be your homie because that's my homeboy wife or that's just been my friend since I was 4. But platonic, if you 58 and you meet somebody yesterday and they your homie only, you ain't stuck in no friend zone like that. Don't believe the hype. See, he know it too. No, if she was your childhood homie and y'all had peanut butter and jelly together,
We've
yeah.
been friends about a year.
That's my point.
You've been in it for about 6 months then.
Right. And you was in them streets in that year, and you try to tell me that dog that hunts all of a sudden was nice.
Yeah.
Didn't want to eat that day, huh?
Straight up platonic.
How?
I'm telling you.
Okay, take us to how we got there, because I really don't believe the context supports your statement of platonic.
We met. We thought we were gonna date.
There we go. See? Strike one.
It all comes
And
back.
then we decided that it wasn't gonna work.
Who's we? Somebody said it first.
I did.
Okay.
And then-
maybe I shouldn't have asked that, but I'm sorry. Strike 2.
And then but we functioned really well as friends. I mean, we actually really function well as friends.
Okay, that's
So
a
what
foul
was the
ball.
reason
Those two.
why you
Yeah.
thought it was? Because something.
We know the reason, and it's so mean to say, but I will. It's not about her, it's about it. Hold on. Why didn't you want to date her? I'm about to go there, damn it. Why didn't you want to? It's not about her. You
But
probably weren't ready.
Well, yeah. First of all, I'm not ready to be dating a person.
Hell no.
No.
After you got
So-
divorced like that, hell no.
Right.
Yeah,
So
shit hurt.
that's number
That
one.
took it all.
Hell yeah. It could be Halle Berry in 93. Nope.
Right. See you in 95.
See you in 95.
prime Halle.
Okay. So you're not ready to open up.
Right.
Pause. So you're not ready.
Right.
Why not?
And I don't know if because it's a great big world out there, and I've been
thought you
out
were
of it
saying
for
something
23 years, man.
Great big song.
Okay, so didn't you know that before you got married? It was a great big world out there. You about to like kind of say bye to
Yeah,
some
but
of it?
I'm saying, but now that I'm not married,
You ain't
I'm,
doing that
I'm
again?
ready to explore the world.
So that sounds like marriage was a mistake to you.
No, not at all.
Well, I'm not
Not at
trying to
all.
indict your wife, but I'm saying you knew it was a big world then, but you said, she is it, and we gonna do this. Then y'all come out of it, and now you acting like you just found out it's a great big world again.
Because I did just find out it was a great big world again.
Because you've been out of it for
You've
so
been
long.
out. Right.
Everything is different.
Yeah.
Everything in the world is different.
Yeah, you
now.
think single ice is colder. That's all it is.
That's what it is.
It ain't, dog. It is and it ain't. Like, it's
It
dry
is.
ice.
It is. It's the digital world. There's a whole different view on
It
things.
don't last as long.
Hell nah. You can't.
Now it's quick.
It's quick.
The loyalty is hello, goodbye. Like, you gotta pay to play. You gotta pay to stay. Like, in every way. I'm rhyming today.
Blah, blah, blah. They do that.
No.
You know what we do.
It's a show, boy.
My homeboys be telling me, I was like, man, that shit feel like you a CPA. Are you like dating her or are you her accountant? Like this shit sound wild. Like it's straight transaction first.
You don't have to play that game if you don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Nah, yeah,
you don't have to?
No, you.
So it's girls
don't.
that just want to just hang still.
Yeah, there's people.
Boy, your game is that tight.
Yeah, that's. I'm not playing that
Some
game.
guys lead with money. You don't always have to lead with money.
Definitely do.
Oh, okay, that's good to hear.
That's right. That's
I
exactly
mean, I ain't doing the research because I ain't trying to go to the spot on Wednesday night and see if these girls for real.
But even when you was in your prime, did you always lead with money or?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, some guys that's their thing. So
It wasn't me asking to give it to them. It wasn't even them asking to get it. It was the fact that they knew I had money, and I'm like, yeah, hold your breath, girl. You know you're getting some tickets. At least you're getting some tickets to the game for her daddy. She going to be pumped. Or at least I'm going to ride with them to an event I was never going to get into. And, you know, like, to me, money is not just here cash or here the app now. It was the, the money opportunities. Them girls was just sitting there. I went with this girl I was dating, and I just got signed with San Diego, so I just hit it to the streets, the lottery, right? So I'm riding, and I'm dating her already, so I'm like, I'm not gonna break up with her just because I made some more money. So we just still dating. So she's like, what you doing today? I was like, oh, I'm about to go check out these houses down in San Diego. She's like, oh, I'll go with you. And I swear I didn't even think twice about it. I was like, yeah, let's go. Like, let's go check out a woman's touch, woman's thoughts on what this looked like and all that. We went all 5 different houses. They showed me all throughout San Diego. And then on the way back,
splash.
Man, woo! Talking about, she was like, she lined me up. I should have seen the red dot on my head. Red dot right here. I'm riding. And then all of a sudden she's like, so which house did you like? And I was like, man, they all were good in different ways. It's just like what I want to do. I was like, and we talking through it. I'm like, I think I just want to live close to LA. So she was like, all right, so you're going to like the last house up north. I said, yeah. And she was like, yeah, I like the first one. And I'm like, I ain't asked your ass. Because you ain't buying shit.
The one with the mountain views.
Nobody cares about this. This is the moment you should shut the
But you already had got her at that point because she looking at the type of houses you looking at.
Right.
She probably ain't never even been in none of that.
Right. But I wish the conversation ended there, and I'm sorry I'm hogging this mic, but I'm riding them, and then she said that, and I'm laughing. I'm like, yeah, the first one was cool. But
Damn, long-ass story.
Don't worry.
How you do me?
I paused.
Long-ass story.
I sound like a wife.
Look.
You sound like a wife.
Well, wifey out of town? Let me
You should have said that. You sound like a wife.
Why are we like that, dog? Why the hell are we hell to each other? Dog?
Why not? What else we gonna do?
I was waiting on him to say
Compliment each other
something.
all day?
I was waiting on you to finish because then I was
You
gonna
ain't
say
joking
it,
on your
but
boy. That ain't
you
your
let
boy.
me right in right there. So I said, let me take it.
Because we're friends for real.
Yeah,
It's
if
like,
you don't
that
joke
shit
on your boy,
funny
that
as
ain't your
hell.
this
boy.
ain't no
That's right.
agency, UTA, and WME.
Nah, it's crazy because I was
put
just
them
waiting.
together and make them
I
like
was
each
waiting
other.
on him to finish this thing.
I ain't gonna finish this shit long as hell, but I'm gonna try and shorten it. No, so I'm riding. So she was like the first house. I was like, oh yeah, that would be. In my head, I'm like, that was the most expensive one. Hell no. And then we just ride. So then she was like, yeah, so you gonna let me know what you thinking and what you gonna do? And I'm like, whoa. So now I'm backing out because I'm like, this conversation sounds like it's us instead of just me and you, right? So she's trying to make it a we thing. So then I let that pregnant pause go. I'm like, I'm not about to answer that because it sounds like she's trying to come in a little too close. We go a couple more minutes, and then she's like, yeah, because I don't know, dog. And then in this moment, everything is going slower. I'm like, don't do it because I like dating you. We are cool. She lived in the hood too. So like everybody, her family was like, oh my God. They used to say stuff like, can't believe you come over here. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Anyway, so I'm like, she says, yeah, because I got to see who to talk to in terms of signing on the deed.
What?
Dog, I'm not lying. You know you can't make a left turn on the freeway, but I was about to make one. Like, she's like, yeah, I got to know who to talk to represent so I can know what to do in terms of signing on a deed.
How long was y'all
Right
dating?
on side on the road, right there. Put it.
It was, I think, you know what, looking back, it wasn't the time. It was like a year. She was my boys, one of my best boys' cousin. So I think she felt like not only are we dating, but you
Tied in
family.
with the family, yeah.
And I was like,
That's my cousin, homie.
I said, wow. And I'm not lying. I was too young to like hurt her so bad and directly say, I'm never talking to you again. But in that moment, I unplugged it. I was like, all right, we're done.
Stop answering the phone.
Just, you know how you go, play it off until it's just gone, right?
Right.
But I ain't ghost her, but I just
Ghosted her.
slowly Caspered her ass. I couldn't believe that. And to me, that's money. Like, I'm leading with money because she ultimately is holding her breath or setting her sights on where that cash at or where that value at. And so I think I was always tricking because I wasn't going to hide what I was doing. And I knew what you were thinking. You saw some flavor.
But it's harder for y'all because y'all had money at a very young age and you're on TV. Like, it's the moment they find out what you do, there's no way of getting around it.
And you're
No way around it.
you're big as hell.
Right.
And you big as hell. You can't even lie.
I'm
Like,
kind
nah,
of glad I wasn't drafted because I don't know what I would have did if I would have been a.
You would have been richer. Yeah, you do.
I mean, I don't know how I would have. I thought I would have. I kind of would have probably wilded out a little because I did a lot with the free agent. Imagine if I had like you know what I'm saying. I'm just thinking what I would have done. Like shit.
Yeah.
What's your
Like, you feel what I'm
wildest dating in the hood story?
Oh man.
Dating in the hood?
Oh man, my girl.
Like I
Let me
went,
hear. What you mean?
My girl used to
I
live
went
off of Hoover, off of Manchester and Hoover.
Ooh.
Right over there,
That
down
was
right by that school,
She
down
must
that
have
little
been
one-way
super bad.
street.
Had to be.
But I used to pull up there, man. Thank God the OGs on there knew I played football, dog. They used to look out, man. I used to pull up there sometimes late at night, be scared as fucking hell, be having a little jog up to that. It'd be sometimes it'd be no park.
Hey, you working out, little homie?
Sometimes it'd be no parking. I gotta park like down at the end of the street to
they
find it.
jogging everywhere.
Hey, you know, shit. They want that pussy, so hey, they gonna park. Hey, they gonna park. I used to be jogging. Hey, I'd be like, hey, be outside with the door open.
with the door
I'd be
open.
jogging. One time I had to park around the corner. I said, hey, you come out, you park. I'm gonna wait for you at the door because ain't no her on the block. Like,
Man.
Shit, I used to be scared though.
Give me one. Give me a story. What y'all got?
You ever heard of Soundview? It's in the
I've
Bronx.
heard it of it in songs.
Yeah, it's a projects in the Bronx.
Ooh.
First of all, you don't just walk into other projects. That's for one.
Yeah.
Even if you're from the same borough.
Yeah.
Let alone being from a whole different borough. Because if it's the same, it's like you might still know some people there. Like, because like we all live in, let's say, the Bronx. Well, I ain't live in Bronx. I live in Queens. So we got our own set. And I remember I pulled up to this girl's house because it was worth it. But I pulled up and there's about 30 of them standing right in the front.
Oh.
And I could see him. I could see him salivating. As soon as I got out, I saw it. But you still got to be on your manhood. You got to head high, walk through it.
Yeah.
Shoulders back.
Yep. So I'm walking, and I just hear it. Like I hear the. So I'm like, oh, it's about to go down. As like literally, I might have been about 10 feet. They might have been at this wall by the time I get there. I'm like, it's gonna be what's gonna be.
Yeah.
And then she walked out. She was like, "What y'all doing?" And then it was like, "Oh, what?" I'm about to say her name. I won't say her name. But it was like, "Oh," and then it was like, "Oh, you with her?" It was like, "Yeah." And they was like, "Oh, all right, cool."
Oh,
And
we
then
cool. We
had to
already
pass.
ran through.
But had a they
Oh no, I'm just playing.
But
Damn it.
that's what she was for.
Oh,
She's one of those. So
Damn.
had she had walked out maybe 30 seconds later, it might have been a whole different ending to that story.
You think?
But
Oh man.
but I also think they kept it cool because
they're like, oh, we.
they don't want to mess their ride up.
No.
It's like
Everything's going well.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah,
going smooth
yeah.
around here.
Right.
get
Keep it
yours,
go-
homie.
Yeah. We next.
We got it later.
I got nerves.
I couldn't wait till she introduced me to them OGs now. And I'm like, oh, whew. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Okay, all right. My story is I dated this girl and she lived, I'll forget the streets, so I ain't even gonna make them up, but they, hood stuff. And I'm dating her, hanging. Me, I'm gonna still ride my cars no matter how fresh or how worse they are. I don't care. I'm coming to the hood. And we hanging. And then I meet her one time, she having like a family get together, and I meet her brother. And her brother was active. Like, I mean, not just like one of, like probably like he active. You can just see it. And he just like, what's up?
Monster Cody.
Yeah, like he in it. And I'm like, damn, ain't no way we connecting, cause like, whoo, you gone, bro. But it's all good. He ended up being super cool, like beyond cool, like cooler than her sometimes. I'm like, damn, I'm like connecting with this dude. But the problem was not him, and not where she lived, and not her. She had 2 little ones. And these little nizzles, man, these little boys were so bad and nobody could tell them nothing, even me. So I'll come over in my nice whip. I'm coming over in a whatever it is. They be like, what's up? How you doing? And they will run into the car, step on the seats with their shoes just came from the sprinklers, stepping on everything. Playing with the radio, just touching stuff. I'm like,
honking the horn.
Dog, and I'm like trying to calm them down, but at the same time, don't want to get shot by their big bro. So, but these little, they are terrorizing me every time I came over there. I'll be sitting there hanging with her. They move my arm. They be like, man, what you doing? What? And they were little, but boy, I mean, some of it was fun and games, but some of it was like, I gotta stop them.
She had 2 already? She had 2 already?
Oh no, they weren't hers.
Oh, okay.
They was her little brothers. And I was like, man, they got a grandfather into the good, because I can't trip on them, because then if she tell him, I ain't got no answers. Like, he gonna fuck me. So, love. Richie ain't got no hood ones, because, you know, we know what he likes.
Sophisticated gentleman.
We know what he likes.
Actually, I do. I got a couple. Okay. One, I went out with this girl who lived in what they call the Wild Hundreds in Chicago.
Wild Hundreds?
Yeah. You had to ride your horse over there?
100, you know, from 100, you know,
I took the wagon that day.
Right? And the Wild Hundreds are wild. And I went and picked her up.
You think? I think they named it appropriately.
Exactly.
It's the Hundreds.
I went and picked her up, and she said, come in, I want you to introduce you to my mom. And the house was really dark. So she's walking me through the house, and she walks me to a room that's completely dark, and it's just one light from a TV.
Yeah.
And her mom was sitting on the couch like DP is there. The TV is like right there.
Sound like a freak off.
And the mom had
poltergeist. This motherfucker, mommy.
And the mom has a dinner tray in front of her, and she's eating cornstarch with a spoon.
Oh, damn.
Spoonfuls of cornstarch. And the mom had to be, like,
pussy was fire.
300 pounds. Hey, DP, and she was fine too. The girl is still fine.
Yeah.
But the mom was eating cornstarch out of a big tablespoon, a whole box of it, and that's what she did while she watched TV. And that freaked me the hell out.
You made it seem like that was the remote. Like, to watch TV, she got to eat that cornstarch.
That was. We went out once. That was it.
Oh.
And she was fine. To this day, she's still gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
And married to a big investment banker. She's doing great.
Oh yeah, she cleaned up.
Was it that turned you off, or as you saw how she was living, that turned you off?
Yeah, that dusty ass TV. I'm good.
You know what? I could have
house.
dealt with the house. The mom, that scared me. I was like, she might become that.
Because you're going to date her. Like, you already know what it's turning into. Yep. That's one thing for advice for real. Like, when the dude thinks he's met the one, stop and then go hang with her mama. And because that's who you just met. And I'm not lying. Like, most of them they turn into their mama plus. And I remember that. All right, one more story before we get to the topic or two. I got to give you this one. Because this ain't the same. It's like hood adjacent.
Yeah.
All right, so I was in Buffalo, and I met this girl at First Fridays. You know them them small city usually be having that First Friday, everybody in the whole city
there. We had them in
there.
Chicago.
Tampa had
They were great.
They had those in Brooklyn.
Well, yeah, okay.
First Friday special.
Okay,
It was first
everywhere.
Saturday.
How come LA ain't got them like that?
They used to.
It's
Too much
fucking
banging.
Friday. Because it's every fucking Friday.
That's what the problem.
It's
First
every
Fridays?
Friday in LA. That's why.
Right.
That's real. That's real. So I went to one, met a girl, real pretty, real cute, real nice. And it's weird, like when you meet somebody in the city where you're playing. It's one thing to be like you in the league and you meet somebody randomly somewhere, but you in Buffalo, there's 98 black people and 40 of them on the Bills, right? So you're like, man, look, whatever. So we hanging and we ain't messing around nothing. We just went to eat once or twice. I'm trying to play it like a gentleman because I know she probably think I'm crazy. And I'm like, oh. And then she's like, oh, come over to our house and all that hang. Okay. So we hanging, and then her cousin shows up. And her cousin was insanely fine. But so I'm like, Okay, so then you got the start, the elbow lock. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm like, golly, that's a lot. Okay, whatever. This ain't my wife either, so I'm already going through it. I'm running the whole lap. I'm like, damn it, no, don't do that. Come on, man. She already thought you crazy. That's why you went on them dates with her and didn't touch her. Because, oh, golly, let my hand go, girl.
Is she down with the program?
Man.
That thought runs in your head.
Yeah,
is she with it? Like,
she coming this way? Because then I ain't got to go that way, right? And then so the party happens and all that. Turns out she was with the program, but not for me, just for we. Like any of y'all, like she liked the Bills and the Bills liked her. So then I'm like, all right.
That was Justin's girl.
Wait, that wasn't my girl. That was just for fun.
Right.
And I remember just sitting there like, wow, this is crazy. It's not a good ending because what I did was take the high road, which is I end up hanging with both of them and didn't mess with either one of them. And they became like the homegirls.
Ah, see?
That
still works in your favor.
That works in my favor because all my teammates were loving them. So they had to be good to me to even get to them because I was like, is he cool? Is he? And I was like, yeah. I always say yeah, but I would try to play it off to them like I wouldn't. So
that could lead to them throwing you others, though.
That part. So I remember that, but they lived in the hood, and they were just so pretty. And I was like, man, I wanted to just sponsor them, like just take them. I wanted to send them a grant. Like,
they turned into team mascot anyway.
I had one like that.
I can't talk to you no more.
I had one like that in Tampa though, but I could. It was fun, just real quick. I could.
See, y'all got different conscience than me, in a good way, because I'm the one that's like, I always trying to save somebody for real.
You overthink stuff.
Yeah, I do overthink.
want to be saved.
That was a trick in my head.
Song. Is no Captain
Should
I save?
Yep,
I want to be saved.
That's why my boys don't go to strip clubs with me. They're like, dog, why are you still talking to her? Let her dance. I was like, no. I was like, why are you here?
I'm going to change her life.
Marcellus,
you're better than this.
Marcellus thinks they really are in law school or med school.
Right. Yes, Columbia.
Paying her tuition.
Hey, you're so smart. Is there anything else? What are your interests?
See, I actually listened to him, and my wife laughs too.
Cardi B would have got you, boy.
Yeah, especially with that accent.
I'm about to say that accent would have been. Hey, that accent. Ooh.
All right, we got to do some topics so we can get some clips out of here. Let's start here.
Yeah, she got digs.
Y'all nasty. Let's start here. Y'all called Richard Sherman and Tony Gonzalez talking about my man Russell Wilson and how he played himself out the Hall of Fame. And that's interesting because once you're in the Hall of Fame, I thought, how they gonna kick me out? You know what I mean? But we got a new level to this because Sherman and Gonzalez gave some valid points on that. What you think about it, DPG?
I think they're the point they were trying to make, and they said it with the Hall of Fame, is that his career is going to be overshadowed by the way it's ending, by all the good stuff he did. All we're gonna remember is these last few years of these garbage years. Because they're kind of overpowering all the good. We don't remember Super Bowls really that much. We don't talk about that Super Bowl he won. We don't talk about the back-to-back.
We talk about the one he lost more than the one he won.
You feel what I'm saying?
That part.
So I really feel like they're talking about like what he's doing now is kind of taking the glory, taking his glory days away. You know what I mean? Taking away from his glory days because he's doing so bad. And if I was him, I would have never went to New York.
You wouldn't have went to New York?
I definitely would never went to New York.
But why wouldn't you?
He's still making all that money, and he was starting.
All that opportunity.
But you know what? Let me take that back because I don't know what his other options are, and there wasn't publicly how many other options
far
he had.
between.
Exactly. So let me take that back because when my last year I didn't have that many options. So
in
so
Washington,
I understand.
right?
Exactly. Yep. So I understand that. So let me take that back. So
I hate when the fans shame us into like, no, don't do that. Don't go somewhere.
That's why I had to think about it, because at first I was about to, I'm like, I don't know his options because I remember my last, you only had a 1-2, and I was like, okay, let me go. I went to Washington because I knew the whole staff. I knew the GM. I knew Jay Gruden,
Place to land.
And Bill Callahan was the O-line coach. Just like, let me play for somebody that's great. So, but I just think it's foreshadowing all the great stuff he did because these last couple of years just been.
But why we just can't take it in totality? Why we just can't be like, dog, you were great and everybody fades. Even if you either fade or fall off. Very few ride off into the sunset.
Come from Richard too, who was there for most of the glory days. That was tough.
Well, Richard Sherman fell off too. So is he out the Hall of Fame?
Certainly not out the Hall of Fame, but you're right. He wasn't Legion of Boom.
I mean,
when he was in San Fran, he had a year or two or some time in there. But then at the end, was that the end? But it certainly was a notch down.
I mean, it was a way notch down, and it was several years.
Yeah.
And not including how they just overlook all the stuff that outside of football that happened with him. They just throw that. His PR people did a great job. Rolling that under the
Brett
rug.
Favre fell
You heard
off.
about that for a hot second, and it was gone quick.
Yeah, that's been post-retirement. Like Richard Sherman's had some issues, obviously. I fell off when I left the league, and I wasn't a Hall of Fame consideration either. But the point is, I don't know many people who did the Strahan or the Elway or the Bettis, I guess, like it just right off to the sunset with a championship. Yeah. Most of the time, it ends ugly.
The way Strahan did it, but Tony Gonzalez, he could talk his talk because he was great his whole career. But
damn near perfect player.
I hated him in Atlanta when I was in Tampa, but I just don't. I feel like Russ still is a Hall of Famer because of everything he did. I just feel like these last couple of years is just tough. And you gotta look at New York, man. You got this young Dart coming in here with bringing a little swag. I saw you when you posted about the little dance. He had a little man. I mean, that's that energy.
Yeah, a lot.
It trickles down.
He's a lot.
It trickles down, man. I think it's going to keep getting positive for him going on to this year. Mm-hmm. And you got to understand, he got two great mentors that have played.
You're not going to let him talk ever?
Sorry.
Nah, go ahead. Let you go because he don't say much. I'm letting him get his
but you got two great mentors, Winston and Russell, that he's learning under too. And then
damn, I forgot Jameis was there, but you're right.
Yeah.
Jameis.
Did you see the way he be talking to him too? James be in his face.
He's so animated.
Hey, Jack just be like this. Like he feed right into it. They had a little clip of him on the sideline. I was dying laughing.
Team like that.
Was that real when Jameis put the fingers in it? That was real?
And he bit it.
He bit it? Like,
he pretended like he was biting.
Yeah.
But it went in his mouth, though.
No.
Oh, it did?
That was like AI, I think.
Oh, okay.
I saw the one where he fake bit it. But then I saw a version of it where he put it in his.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see. I only saw the fake one. I didn't see the other one.
I saw the fake one too.
Does it, and I think that's like it's got to be AI. I would hope it's AI.
I hope it's AI. That's worse than actually doing it.
Yeah.
Like that's worse than just like pause. Like you put your fingers in my mouth.
That.
I'd rather
you can't pause that. That was
you put your fingers in my mouth. That's worse than putting something else. To me, it sounds like it, don't it?
It's equivalent.
Richie.
If you put a man's fingers in your mouth, it's equivalent.
You remember like in Pulp Fiction, he was like, "Oh, you rubbed her feet."
Right?
Yeah. Like, nigga, that's worse than messing with his wife. Like, you rubbed her feet. He was fast, and he was like, "Nah, dog. Come on, you can't rub no." Imagine somebody if you came home right now and wifey just chilling and the homeboy over there just sitting there pedicuring the hell out of her.
You might as well have smashed because it's all in the same.
I'm about to say, I think the smash would have been easier.
Right. Because that's a different level of comfort for you to be sitting there doing that.
Right. That's a different intimacy. You rubbing my dogs? That's in the Bible.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Right. All right, what y'all think about it?
I was the Sherman. So Sherman made. I got a couple things. Sherman, his points, somewhat valid, but I also can't take some of the things he says I got to take with a grain of salt because I feel like he has never gotten over losing that Super Bowl. Facts. And I feel like he's always had something against Russell for that, even though it wasn't his play. Like Pete Carroll called that play.
Yeah.
Now, some could say he could.
I don't know. What did MARSHAWN say when he came? He said Pete called it.
He said
Pete called it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, you could also argue that Russell could have changed it at the line. Either or, Sherman has always felt a way about that.
You think?
In regards to the Hall of Fame, it's easy to say that when you're living it currently, like talking about Russell's last couple teams, but by the time he's in the vote for the Hall of Fame, it's years after you're gone. So then at that point, you go back to looking at the whole career. It'd be equivalent to Shaq. Shaq's last 6-7 seasons, he was terrible. Like, he was like a shell of himself. But nobody ever questioned what he did prior to that.
Great point.
So when it was time for his to go to the Hall of Fame, it's like it's a no-brainer. This guy was a beast.
Shaq.
Right. So I think that's why I said with Sherman is kind of something else underneath that.
Sherman just doesn't like Russell.
That's
I'm
what
about
it
to
is.
say, it ain't that deep.
It's not even just that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I just don't think he liked him in the locker room.
Yeah.
True.
I think he just didn't like him as a person. True. Seems like.
Sherman
well, you know what? Let me make
Compton.
because I'm cool with Sherman, but we don't talk about this and we don't talk a ton, but I'm cool with Sherman. Saw him in Vegas maybe a month ago. Let's say this. I know where Sherman coming from, but that's coloring what he objectively should just respect, which is this dude was your quarterback that won you a Super Bowl, almost a second one, and killed it. 10 Pro Bowls? You can't tell somebody with 10 Pro Bowls they may not be a Hall of Famer or they play. Now, Tony Gonzalez is a whole different animal because we know he doesn't have any skin in the game except I'm a Hall of Famer, and I don't want us to be watered down by dudes who fall off the cliff like this. That said, I've been on a team before where you like want the world to know how great you are. So Sherman, best corner in the game at that time, him and Revis, right? And then they're winning. And then they win a Super Bowl. And then the image that's getting out there and the one who's the spokesman is the dude in the locker room where we all like, come on, dog. Like, really? Like, we got to respect him as a quarterback, but he ain't the one that's doing this.
He don't hang out with us.
He don't hang with us. We the one doing this.
We only see him in between the building now.
Right. Or when Coach walk in, he walk in with Coach. When the GM walk in, he walk in with him.
And that was a big thing with Derek Carr, too, because he was always just in the building. But one thing I appreciate about him, he would take time to – he'll make 1 or 2 O-line dinners.
Okay.
3 O-line dinners a year, you know. He might not stay the whole time. He might just stay an hour. He might stay 2 hours, you know. But he's going, and we appreciate that when he come. Oh, he here. Or we start cheering when he walk in, like, oh, he made it. Like, 'cause, you know, you don't see that, but you know he gonna be the first one in the building though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he'll come to a couple of offensive dinners here and there though. But you know, you appreciate that. But I heard Russ didn't show up to nothing.
Yeah, he wouldn't show up to nothing.
Unless he did it himself.
Okay, this is a layer that no one has ever said, because I met Russell Wilson his rookie year. We were at that big marketing event that all the rookies got to go to when they sign them cards, all that. So I'm there, and I got to, you know, I'm speaking to the people, and I meet Russell Wilson. And this is obviously when he first just started. He's a third rounder who just took a money man's job, Matt Flynn, which was dope, but he's still Russell Wilson, like nobody really knowing like that. And I met him. And we chopped it up for a while at this event. And when he walked away, in my head, I was like, he is corny. And I don't mean that in the derogatory, like I'm corny. So I don't mean it like clowning. I mean like, what was that last word? He's corny. I'm corny. Oh yeah, I know I'm corny. I'm sorry. But the difference is I'm not nervous. I accept my corny. I'm gonna put it out there. I am me, corny, and I got a little gangster, and I got a little.
Exactly what you mean.
Russ, when you around him, he's uncomfortable and corny. So that's when guys respond because they're like, "Are you authentic?" Like if you corny, we like corny dudes on the team.
Everybody like.
I met him after the game. I met him after the game in Seattle one time, and I got that kind of
that nervous energy.
And then he introduced me to Sierra. I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Everybody got a friends that's corny.
Doing?
Yeah.
But if you just know that's them and they're okay with that.
Yeah.
So I get you. It's when they act like they're not.
Right. So then here's the two.
And then some of the corny ones are the hilarious ones though, but he doesn't seem like he's the hilarious corny type, you know?
No, here's the split. So he's corny. We all see that. It's okay, and it's not a negative. Then he's nervous, but here's the split. So then you're like, is he being real? Which makes you think if he's faking it, he trying to be corny to kiss up and get love from Pete Carroll, get love from the community. Or, he ain't faking it. He really corny and he really nervous. That's why he don't hang. That's why he don't kick it. Because when you got that like social anxiety or you always nervous, it's work just to be chilling with the fellas. These are dogs. These are alphas. And I think people don't understand that about Russ. I don't think he's faking it. He just like is nervous.
That's who he is.
And that's who he is. And then they respond to it because he ain't one of the fellas like that. So then he taps out and don't do anything with him and everything just gets worse. I've always noticed that about him.
So something you just said that was interesting when you said the part where the split and how, you know, he might be faking it for Pete Carroll. That also makes me wonder. So obviously I believe he loves his wife, so I'm not questioning that.
Oh, facts.
But when he got with her, I wonder if it was like a branding move, like a PR move.
Why?
Because one, I've seen his first wife, right? And how he was. I see how he was back then.
I've seen your ex.
I'm not talking about how she like. I'm not talking about her as. I'm not talking about her, his wife, aesthetically. I'm saying.
Yes, you are.
No,
you're saying that in addition to.
No,
you're saying
his
you're
first
saying
wife seems
video?
to fit his personality more than Ciara does. Because when he got with Ciara, he started acting completely different. He started acting more like the. So when you said the whole faking thing, like faking for Pete Carroll, it made me think, well, when he got with Ciara,
great counter.
He had a whole different personality.
Yeah.
So it's like, is that really his personality? Or is he doing that now because he's with her?
Or maybe,
and then it took me back to his first
album.
wife, and I remember how he acted with her, and his personality was more in line with that. Oh. So that was my point of,
great point.
Who is he really?
Well, maybe she brought it out of him. Maybe Ciara's the one that was like, hey, you're great. Be you.
And he brought it out of her because you used to be toxic, hanging with all them little.
And you used to be super hood.
Yeah, them YNs. Now you over here be the picket fence you want to be.
Them thugs.
Yeah.
Come over to sophisticated.
But that's a great point because if you.
And I was asking.
Yeah,
I wasn't
no, I
saying
know.
that's how he is because I don't know. I never met the guy.
but
But I'm wondering because I see two different sides of him.
Like we just explained it. From what I hear, Russell's a good guy though.
Oh, great guy.
He real good. So I don't want nobody to take it like that. But he's just a little different, and it's okay. Like it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay if he thinks
I done
it's
had
okay.
plenty of people in the locker room that's different. Like,
Yeah.
you know, plenty of them. I got to see one when I went back to Tampa. It was great seeing him. He's fucking still different. And it's just fucking the love is fucking up there. Living in fucking Idaho, fucking skiing all the time now. Like you from fucking Florida. Like now you like you know just he was always weird though. But when it was time to ride, he was riding though.
He gonna do his part.
He was riding.
And there's a whole generation of different now. Caleb Williams paints his fingernails.
Yeah.
Jared
Basketball player.
McClain on Philadelphia who can ball. Be on Instagram or whatever in a dress.
All these fucking TikToks.
And they not the only ones.
Jalen Green too.
Yeah.
With Drea.
Coach got mad at the team because they had the clean version of the music in the locker room the other day, so they put on, I forgot, which one, when they say, I need you,
From White Chicks.
Man, they played that song. Everybody, the whole team knew the words. Coach just walked out laughing. He's like, put it back on. But everybody knew the words. They got him back. They started because they had the clean version. So he turn it off. So they put that on, and they started chasing him out the locker room singing it. The whole team. He was like, just put it back on. Just make sure it's clean.
It's a whole generation now.
Here's where you could lose the locker room too. Because remember when Russell told them that they couldn't play Future no more in the locker room and this at time when Future is the hottest thing out. Yeah. Pretty much everybody's playing Future at that point. Yeah, you could easily lose a team.
Yeah, but Russell wasn't playing Future; he was raising Future.
Yes, he was. Golly, I would have. If I'm Russ, I would have tapped him on the shoulder if I'm the homie and be like, "Don't say that. I know you don't want to hear it. Tune it out. Don't tell them boys that because one, they ain't gonna listen to you like that. But two, you sound real bad right now. Like yeah. If you taking on the sun, you can take on this music. Like, come on, the sun is harder than the music. Shut it. So that was stupid right there.
I would have been up in that motherfucker.
The man, look, don't get me started on.
He don't listen to Future. That's probably not the type of music he listens to anyway.
Yeah, but that leads to like, it was actually a topic, so I guess it's a good transition of like, I saw somewhere where they were talking about black culture, and it was really, it was Ryan Clark leading Shannon Crowder into the Breakfast Club, which was talking about Russell Wilson and how he's getting called square, corny, all that, but with the negative connotation and like, why is he that? And then everybody's like, yo, because he is that. And my question to y'all is kind of like, y'all ever sit back and just look at the culture and be like, it needs to be cornier. It needs to be squarer. It needs to be more locked into those values.
Russell Wilson don't fuck with nobody. He live by himself. He don't mess with nobody. And people always talking about him. I'm so worried about him. Right. Like Shannon Crowder always fucking talking about him. Like, okay, we understand your point. You think he corny. Okay, we get it. But you ain't got to bring it up every fucking 5 seconds, okay? Right. He don't bother nobody. He stay to his own. He take care of his family. You don't hear about Russell during the off season unless it's contract negotiations. You don't see him out in the streets. Like, let him be, man. That's how he wants to live. He wants to be that way. Let him be.
Okay, interesting part is
he's a public figure.
But you're a public figure. I know, but
they talk about
or in it.
Be a public figure and talk about his football game.
but he's also a public figure outside of football.
Yeah,
he's married to a celebrity.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, a celebrity wife. So people gonna have opinions about him.
I don't mind the opinions
right.
because once you're a celebrity, it's open season, and he's a celebrity on top of being a football player. Like, he's a whole different animal than the normal football player. But the thing is, okay, what are we saying about him? Like, oh, he loves his wife.
Right.
Great.
What we saying? He's taking on somebody else's kid, which
Great.
I would never do.
Great
And I'm
father.
stating it on record, not like I'm lesser than him in that respect. I meet you and you got one, we got a limit. Because I am not about to, I'm not. I just know me. I'm like, I can make my own, and I'm just going to take his and then take him with it, because you bringing daddy with him, and then you bring daddy's family with you. So you going to always deal with it.
Which is why he didn't want to hear that fucking music.
But that doesn't.
He was dealing with so much other stuff with the family and the father.
He ain't
probably
gotta deal with all
He didn't
that.
want to have to deal with that at work.
No, I get it, but if I'm
That's the
lifting,
choice you made when you took it on.
right, that's why I wouldn't do it. But if I'm lifting pounds, give me the ounces. Like the music is the last of my worries. It's talking to him or him talking to my wife, and I got to be in the background listening but not talking. Who ain't? Raise your hand if you ever dated somebody that had a kid and you tried that process. I went through it a couple times. I was like, nah, because then in the middle of the night, he could come back over here and be like, it's my turn or my baby too. And I'm like, where do I go? I can't referee this. I ain't between y'all. And I also can't pick her side, because then now I got a fight that I don't want. Then I can't even discipline this little dude like I want to, because he got different rules over there.
You want some eggs?
Yeah. Dog, real stuff, real baby boy. Yeah. And this dude is taking all that and ain't complaining. All he said is, don't play the music in the locker room.
Hats off to him. Listen, first of all, our culture is not homogenous. We got everything in our culture. And I'm way more square than you cats are. But that's me being my genuine self. And I love me being me, and I love being a little bit different. You know what I mean? So I'm comfortable in it. Maybe he's not as comfortable in it out facing as people would like him to be. And just saying, hey, this is what I am, and either you like it or you don't like it. I'm not going to keep changing for a bunch of folk I don't even know.
Yeah, that's what I think when your original question was, do we have to be more square in the culture? I don't think so. I think everybody just needs to be who they are. And as long as you embrace who you are, the culture embraces you. Doesn't matter if you square, if you're not square, everybody will get the love they deserve as long as you are being authentic to who you are.
Ah, that sounded so good, but let's talk example after
you
example.
might catch some jokes.
You ready? Well, that's the point. So,
but as you say, you joke on your friend. You're gonna joke on your friends too. That don't mean you don't got no love for them.
the me, but you all, we know. Okay, so I've noticed when our culture skews corny, we don't just joke them, we ostracize, we chastise. Go back to like, and this is my vision point, go back to when MC Hammer first came out. Now, MC Hammer was breaking records for music. Now, he wasn't the best rapper. We're not trying to say he rocked him, but he breaking ground. Like, he opening up doors. Kill him. Will Smith, kill him. Ice Cube, this is late 80s, early 90s. Ice Cube, you want to act now? You don't want to wear the Jerry curl and be gangster no more? Oh, you trying to be cool even though he was acting as a gangster? Kill him. Will Smith, you want to do a TV show? Kill him. Hammer, you want to sell dolls and cornflakes? Kill him. Because they were just trying to do something else that they deemed as trying to go mainstream. Like, the code is not corny. Oh, you trying to act white. You trying to act like them. And it's like, I'm not trying to act hard my whole life, because I think we got this embrace of hard or being down that I haven't seen anybody black come up corny. Carlton. And they like, yay. Give it to me. You got one? Please. Urkel?
Nick Cannon. Everybody looks at Nick Cannon as corny, but I never met a person who did not like Nick Cannon.
I know a lot of people don't know Nick Cannon.
Maybe because all the kids now, but I don't know. But
okay,
before
that's it.
And he was always looked at as like the corny guy, and he embraced that. Like, he would say, like, yeah, everybody calls me corny.
Facts.
But everybody always liked him. When he was doing shows, doing movies, everybody wanted to be a part of it. Everybody was always hanging out with him. He was getting all the girls.
Well, yeah. They all get all the girls. It's just some promoted, some don't.
That's true.
I mean, I coached his kid in basketball for a while.
Which one?
One of them 6'5". Let me stop. I thought Nick Cannon went through it too. Remember when he dropped the song? Remember that song?
Gigolo.
Which
is fire.
Which is fire. Why can't I say it's fire? Well, you got to have the windows rolled up.
But see, everybody knows it's fire.
But they all
because he's corny.
Did they clown it?
They did.
See? That's what I'm
But
saying.
if you play Gigolo in any spot,
I'm a gigolo.
everybody gonna dance to it.
Windows up. Like, see what I'm saying? And look, I love my culture like none other, but at the same time, this is why I don't care about culture. And people always be like, oh, I'm like, man, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to think. Ain't gonna tell me how to move. Ain't gonna know. I'm not subscribing to your belief system. I'm gonna do me, and I hope it aligns with yours. But more than likely, it's gonna be adopted. Like Richie said, I'm gonna be all over the place, but I'm gonna be me. But Russell Wilson comes in as a football player, third rounder, takes money job, leads the Super Bowl, almost gets a second, marries somebody, divorced, marries somebody else who everybody would have raised their hand. Go get it. Yes. And he's the one that we clown the most. Like this, and he made what, 300 million? Like, what are we doing here? Like, but then let you be a YN.
I don't clown him.
Okay, I know you. We don't.
We only 5.
But we do. We don't, and we do is the
I
question.
respect him. I understood what you said when you say he kind of comes off, because I see that too when I talk to him too. But I respect this game. I wish I would have had a quarterback like Russ playing. Shit, like a mobile, can move and throw and shit, had deep pass.
Any way to get that ring, brother?
I would love to have a ring.
Yeah, that part, and that's tough because he's in that position. He got typecast. Like he forever that. He forever Russell Wilson corny.
He did get typecast.
You get typecast. Mm-hmm. He's like a child actor, and it's sad. Like Urkel, like Jaleel White, like for real in real life is a normal, cool dude. Mm-hmm. Now they're gonna call him corny because they saw the role, and then they're like, oh, and now he's married and she's white, and people just got like, I'm like, damn.
Right. He was so good at his acting that people thought that was him.
That's him. I'm like, he's a normal, cool dude.
But you should have known when Stephon came, that wasn't him, dog.
Yeah, that's when they kind of changed for him a little
Y'all
bit.
should have known when Stephon came. They should have known. You don't remember Urkel?
No, hit me.
Because he was already 40 by the time that happened.
He was putting baby oil. He was putting baby oil on TGIF Fridays.
Stephon Arkell.
Oh, I stopped watching, I guess.
What? That was probably the best part.
That was
Really?
his cool alter ego.
When he was cool, he was the
Ladies'
he
man.
had the
You
suits
missed
on
it.
and everything. He was the
I
player.
missed it.
And
player.
that got so popular that
They wanted to see him more.
Yeah, it's the show started gearing towards him being Stephon.
Hold on, you trying to tell me he phased twice? Because when they first came on, he was a guest. Right. He was just like the neighbor or the dude.
Yeah.
And then he took over the show.
And
then he
the
took
main
it over
guy.
again.
That's when he always had Laura. When Laura was in love with Stephon, not Urkel. When he transformed to Stephon, Laura was all on.
I missed the
Steve built the
never saw
whole
that?
time.
Never.
Steve built a transformation chamber.
Yeah.
And he stepped into it one day and then turned into Stephon Arkell.
Oh, that's genius.
And
He
then-
went to the school dance.
Yeah, and all the girls was on him,
Player.
and then it just blew through the roof, and then he just started being that more often.
Oh, good writing. Whoever behind the scenes is like, we gotta
Where the hell was
make
your
sure
ass
you do
at?
mature. I'm older than y'all.
Putting baby oil
But he
on.
older than you, and he remembered.
Oh, well, he in the industry too.
That
But
was
I
Friday
give you
night.
that.
TGI Friday night. You was probably out.
Oh, hell no. No
Pop
Friday.
Pop
No.
locking.
You didn't
and,
watch TGI? Well, you was single in the league at
Yeah,
that
I'm in
time.
the league, dog. You think at 8:30 Friday night, I'm at the crib.
I'd say
I'm in the hood.
I'd say everybody probably 45 and under was in front of that TV on Friday nights for TGIF.
What was the lineup other than
It's Family Matters. It was Step by Step.
Step by step.
what? I never heard of
Perfect
it.
Strangers.
It wasn't Boy Meets
Well, I like
World.
Perfect Strangers.
It wasn't
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
Oh,
with
yeah, I'm
Topanga. So you don't even know about
Topanga, little fine
Topanga.
ass.
Topanga got every
Topanga was so
black,
fine.
white, everybody in the chokehold.
She used to hang out with us.
Even to this
here.
day, if you look up her name, Danielle Fischel or something,
Mm-hmm.
to this day they still doing like memes about her. Like
Topanga was
guys
so
are
fine.
still in love with her.
See that fine?
In that era, I mean, she still looks good, but in that era, she just had a chokehold on everybody.
She used to hang out with us here.
Really?
In LA. Because you remember Suck.
Who?
Suck Sung, the party promoter.
She what?
I know.
Remember
where this is
song.
going.
No, remember our friend Suck, who was the promoter?
I know that
the
name.
Korean
I
guy.
don't have that face. Who?
The Korean guy who was the party promoter here.
No, wasn't that
Suck, his SUKSUNG.
Please.
I know. Yeah, change his name first of all. And I do know who you're talking about, but I thought his name was something different. But I know you're talking about.
He used to be housemates with Devin Sanwa. You remember Devin Sanwa from the Final Destination movies?
I remember Final Destination. But I don't remember
He was the star of Final Destination and then a bunch of other stuff. And Devin used to date Danielle. And so she was always in our little circle. She was super cool. And she had a high celebrity, boy. People,
I'm telling
like
you,
you said, people,
everybody
and I had never
was
seen
in
her show,
love with
but
her.
people
Everybody.
fell
I'm gonna
out
look her
when
up
she would
after.
walk in places.
I'm gonna look her up after.
You
I
said
know
they
what you're
fell
talking
out when she would walk in.
People would fall out when she walked in.
Everybody was crushing on her. Everybody.
Dang.
To this day, I promise you, it's still like that.
But to the grander point, I'm waiting for the person in the culture that's embraced for being a little softer, cornier than not.
I thought Nick Cannon was a perfect example of that.
Will
Smith.
Barack
His
Obama.
biggest song gets joked out. That's not a
Will Smith.
Will Smith got no love until Fresh Prince got accepted. Fresh Prince was a rapper first. I'm talking about that
Well, yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
Got
but
clowned.
he
But
was
he
a
got love. He
multi-platinum
What about
got
rapper.
love then too.
He
What about-
won the first Grammy ever, and they clowned him.
What about Ray J?
I don't
Nah,
call
Ray
him
J was
corny.
always cool.
I don't think he corny. Oh, they did call him corny because he was Brandy's brother. Brandy's
But
brother was
I don't
corny.
think they called him corny.
They
It's
just
he
said
didn't
Brandy,
get real
He
notoriety.
didn't earn it.
Yeah, it's just like that's Brandy's. But the whole Brandy's brother line comes from him saying it.
That's true.
That's from his song.
That's true.
And he's like, wait a minute, ain't that Brandy's brother? So
That's
I don't
true.
know. I only person I can really think of is
Barack.
That's mysterious though. Like well groomed, well designed
yeah,
makeup.
he always came off as cool.
Yeah, he came off as like, I mean, for a politician,
Yeah,
especially.
Barack has swag. I think that's what
Yeah.
made people like him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you going to another level of intel. Like you going where most don't see.
They joked on Carlton, but everybody always liked him. Alfonso Ribeiro.
They did like him.
Yeah.
They were like, just stay there.
They joked on his character
Yep.
in the show, but in real life, I never heard nobody like talk about him. Like I feel like he always got love.
He was a tap dance kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Broadway.
Was
He
it
stayed out
Gregory
the way.
Hines? Didn't he do it with Gregory Hines?
I don't remember.
He stayed out the way. That helped him as well.
We were talking about Gregory Hines.
He
Sunday
was a
watching
rapper
football.
first.
Who?
Remember he was a rapper?
Who? Alfonso?
Yeah. Dang, what was his name?
I'm not doing this. I'm not
I
doing
promise
this.
you he's a rapper. He had music out.
No, I know, but I'm not doing that. I'm gonna find out Alfonso's Ribeiro or whatever.
There's
rap
an interview.
name.
Do you remember the box? I know.
Oh yeah, of course.
There's an interview he did on the box one time, and he was like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying." Like he was talking like that. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. And show
Oh
it
my
to you.
God, that would be
Yeah.
terrible.
But he was going by his rap name.
All right, let's go to this topic, and it's not necessarily corny, but it's certainly interesting because it's not in the norm, even though it is mainstream. Biggest artist in the world is who?
Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
I'd say Beyonce.
Beyonce?
The streams would say it's Bad Bunny,
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny?
who is now hosting the Super Bowl. And when it first got announced, of course, like everything in this world, it's kind of like you got people over here saying, yes. And you got people over here saying, what? But as discovery has occurred, a lot of people didn't know who Bad Bunny really was as an artist. So some people heard of him. Most people should have heard of him. But he doesn't speak English. Who cares? You know, it's music. Like, feel it. But then some of his politics come into play. But more than his politics, some of his expressions come into play. So Bad Bunny, I didn't know was a Bad Bunny. But Bad Bunny is Grace Jones plus. Like, I am going to dress up like a full woman, not like in women's clothes, a full woman. Like, I'm gonna put breast on and be Bad Bunny, etc. So there's a lot of conversation of like NFL, American sport, our biggest stage in the world. What we doing right here? We got somebody, we're not gonna understand what he's saying, but we're gonna see what he's doing. And that's not exactly the message we want out there, or is it? So what do y'all think about Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl next year?
I get it in regards to if they were doing it for a status reason because he's such a megastar.
Gigantic.
But when you say, where I think it gets tricky because you said, based on the streams, he's the biggest artist. But there's also more Latin-speaking countries than English-speaking countries.
Oh, yeah.
So his streams are probably obviously more from there. But the Super Bowl is not a worldwide event. It's an American event.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it makes sense for the Super Bowl. I think it makes sense for a bunch of other events, like the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like that makes 1,000% sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So why your boy Jay-Z do it?
Because he's the biggest artist
That thing is just
out
because
right
he's
now. He's
such
the
a big
biggest
artist.
out right now, and I mean, at the end of the day, his songs is on the radio. We can't understand it. I still know some of them.
I know.
I still
never
be
heard a
getting
song
my.
on the radio.
They catchy.
They be
They
banging.
catchy too. I still
Yeah, I
be getting
heard
my
like
little
2 or 3
boogie
before, like-
on my daughters and stuff though. But he's the biggest artist. But I think it would have been best if they had like in the future.
Future? If they
No,
had future?
if they had in the future like a Super Bowl in South America, Puerto Rico, or something like that.
Wait for that?
If they had that planned in the future, that would have been perfect. But they don't have that plan, so I think right now with the, with it being hip hop, they had to throw a little.
Yeah, get off
They
that
had to
square.
throw a little mix up in there real fast,
And
because
Taylor
everybody was
Swift
getting on
didn't do it.
everybody's getting on Jay-Z about it always being rap. So I think they had to like.
Aren't they trying to put a team in Mexico City?
They're trying to put
Nah,
a
they
team
ain't gonna do
everywhere
that.
slowly but surely. Yes,
Never
you're
do
right.
that. I don't think they will ever do that.
Oh, they will.
I would never wanna play
Lil
over there.
Donald will be playing in London or
Tijuana.
Mexico. Tijuana. He is playing. It's going to be 34 teams, 36 teams. Yes, the money's too crazy. Why would you ever stop globalization? And the NBA is beating the NFL and globalizing.
Globalization enough by having the games over there. That's enough. I played in Mexico City twice. They don't want to live there. I played over there twice. They don't want to live there. Believe me.
Okay, hotel life for 2-3
London,
days.
London
ain't the same as living.
London. If you're getting the increase in the money on the pounds, it's a little different.
Okay.
London has a
More
whole,
than a dollar.
Yeah, pounds worth more than $1.
See, that's an automatic increase.
I'm about to say, just get it.
Like, you feel what I'm saying?
And now you go to Canada, you're like, got him. Yeah.
Yeah, but the team's traveling. It's gonna be so hard for I
No,
don't
no,
know if
no.
it would really
You're
do it.
thinking- okay.
I think they might have more game. My bad, cut you off. But I think
No,
they
you got it.
might start adding more games to play. But I don't really. You really think they're gonna put a team?
Absolutely.
Over there?
They are. Look,
hope not.
how do we go from 1 to we're at 8 now? You know why? Because we just trying to test the waters, as Richie always says. Just heat it up slowly, and then everybody's appetite just changes and their palate changes. Next thing you know, where's our London team? They sell out in seconds every time they announce something anywhere
Oh, it's
else.
a great experience just to go over there because I played in London 4 times. I think it's a great experience, but to live and be away from that's tough.
Steelers and Vikings
Tough
just
for
played
what?
in Ireland.
Yeah, they played
this
in
past weekend.
Yeah, they're going
and had
everywhere.
like
Tough for what?
70,000 people.
Germany,
It
they're
ain't
going
tougher
everywhere.
than living in Green Bay.
The Raptors
I'd
do
rather
it.
live in London than
But
Green
shit,
Bay.
but hey,
Raptors,
how fast can you get to the east side?
Get to Chicago from Green Bay pretty fast.
From Green Bay,
Do I
how
need to
fast
go?
can you get to back to this luxury place from Green Bay compared to London?
Hey, you know how much I'm gonna pay you to not go back so fast? I'll take it. I'll take that delay for that Monday. That money gonna be like what? Dog, they're gonna be backups making $5-10 million. And I ain't talking about just quarterbacks. I'm just talking about like I'm the 5th D.
Probably a lot of
Big bro.
endorsement money too, being in another country. Because like even with
Depending on what
the
country it
Raptors,
is. Mexico
'cause I
City
think
ain't paying
Kawhi
that
was
much
getting
in
a gang of money.
Mexico
for
City's not
endorsements
paying that much for endorsements. Depending on what city, maybe London.
No, I think Mexico City gets a bad rap from America. When I've been in Mexico, especially when you know affluent Mexicans, them dudes they live different than our rich.
Well, I
they
wanna-
live like high on the horse.
Right.
Like high.
I'm going to Mexico City in November, so I want to see now.
Meet the
when I
president.
went out there,
DP you gonna love it.
I was just out there just to play, so I ain't leave the hotel. But
Yeah,
this
that's
time,
what I'm saying. Yeah,
I'm
it's
going out
different.
there for the Raider event, so
Oh.
I want to see. Like we're having a watch party and stuff out there, so I want to be able to hit the town. I'm only there 2 days, but I want to hit the town at least.
Oh,
at night
hit the
to see.
town.
Like,
the town
I'm
will
sure
hit you back.
I'm sure the money stretch much further
Way.
too. So how you would live there, you probably would love it.
Yeah,
And
went to
you
Panama.
never pay
But it's
any.
dangerous
you never
over
pay
there,
for
too.
anything over there.
Probably
Playing
don't
in
pay.
Mexico City is dangerous though. We had
Why is it dangerous?
They got team
Man,
security.
you should see how much escort, man. We had that military escort. It was so much traffic. It took like 2 hours to get to the hotel. They had I mean, they had them ARs. They would stand on top of them things. When we had,
roll.
whoa, it was so many people. Like it was.
It looked like they were in
That sounds
Cabo.
safe, not dangerous.
I'm about to say, yeah, that was so dangerous. You scared to go to the gas station in the hood. Like, nigga.
One gas station. Well, it might be a few more though, but I don't be over in the hood that much.
Nah, every time I've been out of America, one, I don't let America tell me how I'm supposed to live or how they are living, because I'm like, I'm going to see it for myself, because propaganda is real, man. And so when I see affluence everywhere else, yeah, they got to deal with a different level of security because there's such a gap and disparity between high and low. Like America's turning into, we losing our middle class, let's be real, but it ain't gonna ever turn into what they're dealing with. Man, I went to Panama and we had a party at the president's house in Panama. He had animals everywhere.
My boy just moved there.
Huh?
My old teammate just moved there. He's been out there.
Oh yeah, because they've been developing forever. I went 20 years ago and they were like, we coming.
He rented out his place in Tampa. He living out there about 3 weeks now.
They right on the border of Colombia. Hello.
Right.
Hello.
Oh, I've been out there.
Oh, it's silly. And I'm like,
that's why he moved. We went out there for a couple of days and he fell in love with it. He done moved out there.
And like Marcellus said, the rich in Mexico City is rich.
rich.
We played tennis in Mexico City and in Acapulco.
Yeah.
And the rich in those places is
That's all
real
third world
rich.
countries.
Thank you.
If you rich there,
It's silly.
you live.
I mean, it's crazy.
you live
And I
a
wouldn't even
different
call
life.
Mexico third world. That ain't third world. Like, put it this way. I don't know what world Mexico is, but it ain't.
Well,
it ain't Haiti.
I was talking about Panama.
Haiti is third
I was
world.
talking about when you said Panama.
Oh, okay.
And you talking about Colombia.
Panama's not even third world. It can't be. It's too much money, too much. I get invited out there all the time for this stem cell stuff.
I think Panama is considered.
It could be close.
third
It could be
world.
second world. No, second world never get love. It's always America and third world. Like, but I see people when they living over there, and first of all, they like, dog, am I alive? I'm like, yeah. Well, shut up. Like, what y'all talking about? Like, everybody's so scared. That's how they think about Compton and stuff when they come out here. How many times you don't met somebody from anywhere in America or anywhere, and they be like, take me to the hood. And I'm like, all right. Am I gonna be okay? I'm like, you will, because I'm here. Like, you can't get out. Like, it's like, I think we doing a flip of that. No?
I always, man, East Side.
You watch too much Sicario.
East Side. I'm a West Side nigga. I'm a West Side nigga, so I was never on the East Side that much, unless I had to. Unless I had family there, I had a little chick there, East Side. If I ain't have to cross over Fig, man, I ain't want to.
So y'all know the difference in LA, East Side, West Side? Do y'all really know? Like the 110 freeway?
I know that.
Yeah, if you ain't got to cross
No,
over,
I
If
don't.
you ain't got to go under that 110,
yeah, don't go if you don't got to, man.
you have not seen LA Hood yet
Exactly.
until you cross that, because that's where my grandma used to live.
Yeah, my cousins used to live over there too.
Oh, it's realer than real, dog. And so when people say, like, West Side get a lot of the gang talk, and
But East
Long
Side
Beach,
is where it's,
East
Side the
Side.
gritty. That's where
Which
Watts,
side
Compton,
is Carson?
Carson on the East Side too.
East
But
Side,
that's
too.
a nice East Side.
But it's like you going way south, so you
Yeah.
kind of getting out. We talking about mainland LA,
Rosecrans,
main road.
Watts, the Drew.
Dog, where you get your hair cut at a hamburger stand. Like, I'm talking about, like,
Hey, the
it's
food,
real.
all the food spots are fire over there.
Fire.
Chinese
Fire.
food, burger spots on the corner, fire.
What's the chicken spot they always talk about?
Fried fish.
Which one?
Louisiana?
Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
The
Louisiana
one on
fire,
Manchester,
yeah.
is that, they say that's the best one.
Yeah, I stopped eating it. My tongue started hurting.
Are you familiar with Hawkins?
They got one on,
Burgers?
I've heard.
what's
I've
called
not
Hawkins House
been.
of Burgers.
Yeah, I'd have been there.
That's my niece's.
We know.
The last time I've been there was when they opened.
And closed.
Early.
Open and closed.
Early. All right, I got something for you.
How long you gonna be fat, nigga?
I'm gonna wait till tomorrow.
How long you gonna stay fat?
On that pickle.
Remember he lost like 20 pounds? He found them.
That nigga said when he lost 20 pounds.
I remember he kept coming in here every time wearing the black. He kept wearing the black. I was like, oh, you looking good.
The blue gave it away.
Yeah, because you just tapped out. You're like, fuck it.
blue
I gotta
gave
look
it
fresh and fat.
Yeah, I hit the elliptical for 45 this morning, man.
How much you weigh? You back at it or nah?
Nah, I put on probably about 10 though. But
Yeah. Dog, it's a roller coaster.
I just got to start back eating. I'm still working out though, but I haven't been like watching my eating like lately though.
I got a real question for you.
But I hit the elliptical this morning. Go ahead.
Do you beat yourself Elliptical. That ain't, you ain't gonna never.
Whoa.
What I say? Beat yourself up.
Whoa.
You just said you beat yourself and you stopped. So that's why he threw it. Because I was looking like, hold on, man.
Get another one for that
Wow.
That was crazy.
I didn't even.
Elliptical
It was a play fake. It was play action.
Hold
It
on.
was
Do you
play
beat
action.
yourself?
Hey, but
And then pause. And then you stop.
Yeah, you stopped it. Me, that's what stopped it. But the elliptical, though, is for the joints, too,
I know.
man.
Yeah,
I
I
put
know.
the sweat
You
jacket
can't
on,
run.
too.
No, yeah, I know what you're saying.
I got that
I'm
old school
joking.
Reebok sweat jacket. You remember the Reebok one?
Oh, that thing keeps you
Man, I was leaking. I had to wipe
have
the
one.
bottom down. But what you about to ask me?
Elliptical is old man stuff, but I know when you're hurting, you got to do it. I get it. Real talk. Do you beat yourself up?
Stop at the same
Why does it
time.
get so loud, though? Like, it just rises and then it
keep
comes
stopping
down.
it. You're not learning
Do you
anything.
beat yourself up?
Do you beat yourself up? Do you put excessive pressure on yourself to lose weight? What's your mental conversations when you're going through this process? Of losing
When I
weight?
was going through that process and I was trying to lose weight, I was strenuous on it. Right now, you know, I'm real close to my playing weight, so
Okay.
I'm good now. But I do want to get back. But I just want to stay consistent.
Yeah.
I don't stay consistent. Like yesterday, I ain't doing anything. I was so busy. So today, I was like, I woke up early. I was like, let me get on the elliptical. And then my son came over. I made him breakfast because he doesn't have a first period, so he think he's slick. He dropped the other kids over because he's with his mom right now. So he'll come over.
Baller.
And I'll make him a breakfast. I made him breakfast before he went. So I did like 45 because we were earlier. So I didn't hurry up and make breakfast though. But I tried to do an hour. You know, I put some on. I got TV right there, so I put on some on Netflix. And I just hit it. Put on a documentary.
You gotta eat though.
Huh?
Yeah.
You gotta eat.
I ate
That
after.
helps-
I made breakfast after.
Okay. That
Yeah,
helps burn
I
it.
made breakfast after. But I'm not. If Donald didn't come, I wouldn't eat. I really don't. Sometimes I don't eat breakfast. Sometimes I do. But a lot of times I don't eat till lunchtime.
That slows your
how I am.
metabolism.
I never
Yeah.
eat breakfast.
I don't
But it does-
either.
It does slow you.
But
Yeah.
it does slow your metabolism. Do you know? All right, I'm gonna give you this example, and then I want you to tell me what's yours, because I think everyone knows the way that they could lose weight, or at least be in their optimal condition, right? I think everyone does because we've lived long enough to know when I was doing that, blah. For me, it was when we would eat 3 meals a day, 2 snacks. Be mindful. You can eat carbs, but make sure your workouts are complementing the carbs that you're eating. So keep them in balance. Eat your 2 snacks. Don't eat after 6 p.m. and then rinse and repeat it. We did that for our combine training. That was the best shape I ever been in my life. And I remember it wasn't anything else but that. No alcohol. What is it for you? Because you can play around with it a lot of different ways, but do you even know what's your formula and what is that?
Oh yeah. So when I was training, and you already know, Sel, like that 2-3 weeks before training camp start.
You gotta get right.
You know, you already working out though, but you start looking at that scale, like, okay, what I got to be at. So then for me would be proteins and salad. I'm not a big vegetable guy. I like broccoli and I like salad.
Yep.
So I'm not a big vegetable guy, but I will switch up my protein. I'll get, fish one day, I'll get steak one day, I'll get chicken one day, but I always have a salad with it. And I would do that for my meals. And in the morning, I would do like eggs, and then I'll do like eggs and a piece of toast. 'Cause I would try to do my carbs in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I'll just try to keep that. That would be my strategy. Even
Yeah.
when I was doing the diet thing, that's why
That was
I was
the plan.
telling when you get on me about the El Pollo Loco. Of course, I couldn't eat more, but when I'm dieting, I got to eat less. Of course, I can't. When I'm not dieting, I can go and kill a 7 piece. But when I'm dieting, I try to keep it to a 3 piece, with the side salad, And
So what happened? You got off the horse 10 pounds. Look, I'm talking from
But it's been
experience
about
and guilt.
It's been a while too, because it might have been more too. I really just started back weighing myself last week. So
They say in part you stopped weighing yourself because you knew it wasn't going to be a good result. Like you don't want to see that number.
yeah. So I
Oh,
just
I've been
started.
there.
I just started because I'm like, I keep telling myself I'm gonna start back eating right, but I haven't yet though. But I've still been trying to stay consistent while working out though.
You know you're going to be big for life though, right?
Nah, but man.
No,
man,
I mean, not like you gonna be big.
I want to
Like
live to see my
genetically.
grandkids though, man.
Thank you.
I
People
know. I
don't
just want
respect
to
that.
see. I want to live to see my grandkids. And I just
Fat people live
everybody's
long.
saying that you don't see that many
No
people
such
over
thing
300
as a fat
pounds.
old man.
Yes, there is.
Where?
My
That's
granddaddy
what they've been
wasn't.
saying lately. So a lot of people have been saying that. So I'm just trying.
No, that's
'cause
facts.
I want to be.
But
I want to see my
you- but
grandkids
you
could be
and all that.
genetically-
You could be
Big.
genetically big, right?
and be healthy.
Yeah, so that's what I'm just trying to. Even if I'm not eating, I'm still trying to make sure I'm working out.
It's
If
old
not
ass
every day, every
elephants.
other day.
It's old ass hippos.
You take protein
old
shakes?
rhinos.
No,
Fat
I
old men,
when
though.
I was going through the
Good point.
my dieting thing, I was doing a protein shake in the
I would
morning.
say you should take that on top of the protein you're eating. So
Well, no, I was just doing that in the morning for my breakfast. I would do a smoothie, but I wasn't putting like protein powder in there. I was just making fruit and put my collagen and stuff in it.
So you don't want to put the powder in it?
No, I was just putting fruit in there, a little yogurt, and some milk and my collagen.
You ever take Lil Donald to the zoo and you walk around and then, in the beginning.
No, just stop. Just stop.
It's a crocodile.
Just
I
stop
know the
that.
zoo by heart. It's a crocodile
Just
to
stop.
the right, to the left. You keep going. This is a fish, and then it's the flamingos.
There's the
Then you
homies.
just keep going. Huh?
There's your homies.
No, I'm going to get to your friends. And
That's
then we
why
keep
I knew it was going. That's
The
why I said
peacocks.
just stop. No, we got more topics.
It was a positive conversation. It actually was. They're all
You see, I'm trying
different
to change subject
animals.
quick.
You're a different animal, dog. You trying to be like a fish and a peacock. I'm like, you're going to die unhappy and unsuccessful. Like, you going to be big. Like, your minimum is 280 maybe, 70. I don't think if you under
What's
270,
your minimum?
minimum 240 for real.
What you right now?
275. So I look, I could put in the work. You put a bounty out there. You put a stack on it. Let's go. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my 3 meals. I'm gonna stay keto. I ain't gonna drink alcohol, and it's gonna go.
What you trying to do then?
And
You trying to
then
put something on
I'll be
something?
like, now can I live again? And then I'm gonna
Trying
go
to
right.
put something on something?
Oh, you want
When we
to
go?
weight
we can
loss
do
challenge?
something up in here. I mean, it don't matter. I'm with it.
What you want to lose? Let me know.
You tell me.
Okay, I will tell you $1 million. You want to lose it? I put $1 million on it. $1 million. I can say some shit like that on camera. Hey, look. I'm on the Joe Budden podcast. I put $1 million on it. I ain't paying. I put a dinner, a nice dinner. That ain't gonna make you invest it. What make you into it?
I'm already about to get into it. So.
I'm about to say me too. I don't want to know. I ain't trying to lose that much weight.
I've been talking about it too.
You all haven't even noticed. I've lost like 15 pounds since early July.
You're right. You started off right. We haven't noticed that. Did you really?
Yeah.
You noticed? You noticed?
I didn't really pay attention to. I didn't notice it.
First thing,
That's what I just said. I said I didn't notice it.
when I saw Gene the other day, first thing he said was, "Man, you lost a ton
But you
of
know
weight."
it's hard to notice it when you see somebody
Right.
regularly.
All the time, yeah.
So
I was,
unless
y'all
they
didn't
lost
say
like
shit
a
till
crazy
y'all,
amount.
till I was gone for
watching
about
the,
2 weeks.
Right.
Because I was losing shit. Y'all didn't say shit. Then I was
Yes,
gone for
we
2
did.
weeks.
We
No,
saw-
when I was
No,
gone
he
for them
said
2
he was
weeks.
gone
Oh,
for a
right,
couple
right,
weeks,
Then
right.
when
so
I
that's
came
when you
back, then
realized.
y'all was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah.
When Gene came to play pickleball, it's the first thing he said.
What, have you done exercise or you just changed how you've been eating?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Change how go. I know my body doesn't like carbs, and I stopped eating late and stopped snacking and stopped even having snack food around.
Yeah.
You know, I'm by
Snacks.
myself.
I just bought some
Snacks
snack
and
food
carbs to do
yesterday
that.
too. I
Yeah.
thought it was healthy snack food, but
Yeah.
that's what my girl was telling me too. Because I was like, I'm gonna get back on. She's like he was saying, why don't you just make it a lifestyle? Like,
Yeah.
just make it a lifestyle.
because it's easier said
But
than done.
I'd be like, but sometimes that pizza and the kids I be seeing, man. Sometimes I see that barbecue. I want my cheat days, here and there.
You could do it. You can make it a lifestyle. You just have to really be
Yeah, I
dedicated
have to
to
pick
do
my
it.
cheat days here and there and figure out how I'm gonna.
Swap out those
don't have-
those snacks for healthier snacks.
Yeah, that's
If
why
you eat them enough,
I've
they'll
been
start
buying
to
enough
become
more.
normal.
I've been buying way more fruit and stuff like
you,
that.
You know what else I'm finding is if you just have a little bit of it to satiate the taste and the act of eating something you want to have, you don't have to have a lot of it. The problem is we want a lot of what we really
We'll
like.
keep going back.
Just
But here's the
eat a
thing.
little bit of it and then put it away.
But here's the thing: if you stop eating it long enough, then you no longer crave it.
True.
And even when you have it, you'll be like,
Right.
It won't do nothing for you because you stopped eating it for so long. You just got to get to that point.
It feels good. Everything in the closet fits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything fits different.
Nah, I just went through so many. I just gave away like, if y'all know anybody that wears my size, I just gave away like.
I don't know anybody that wears it.
I just gave away like 8 bags of clothes, like old clothes. I went through my. I'm like a hoarder. I went
Better
through like
take
my
it to the
closet
charges.
and all the stuff I had. Like my bedroom now is nothing on the floor. It looks so good. I got everything, but I had to get rid of so much.
What'd you do
stuff.
with it?
I donated it and I
the
gave.
Rams.
See what he doing? He doing the fat boy trick.
I donated.
That's fat boy
I
trick.
noticed that earlier.
Oh yeah.
I always do that.
I could tell it's
I know
bothering
'cause you
him.
fat.
I always do that.
Everybody do. Yeah, because you're fat.
Yeah,
But
you
You
are
know how I
too.
realized?
You
I
are
was
too.
watching-
I know. That's why I know you're doing it because I've done it.
I was
You the one
watching
when I
back
got
our
called
shows.
out?
You think I'm
we got a
skinny?
sponsor there. You put it on there like.
I put my sister drink there.
Oh,
This
that's
shit
your
good.
sister. Okay.
Watching our shows, I was
That
like,
tiki
man,
juice,
I gotta
chicken
lose
juice,
weight.
someone-
Hey, you gonna come down and drink it right in front of us? Not offer.
He had it out there at the. I'm like, we playing pickleball. We getting drunk.
Bo?
I went to cool to get
What do you
water.
think
I was
pickleball
yeah.
is? Why do you think it's so popular? You think it's because we playing intense athletic
You gotta get your
events?
drink on while you
Oh,
play.
pickleball is a social event.
It was too hot out there that last one.
I never drink.
Sweat,
when I'm
you
playing.
sweat it out.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
I had to go be in front of kids after. I can't
Richie.
smell like alcohol.
No, you haven't seen me drink liquor and play pickleball.
I feel like I've drank with you while we playing pickleball.
No, I'm usually
Sit your
drinking water.
Select Salam ass all in the cooler and pass me a motherfucking brew. You remember that? What movie? Nobody? Okay. All right. Nobody know that movie.
Menace
That's
Society.
Menace.
Mrs. Society. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, we got to do more topics. More topics as we weave in our personal lives. I want to talk about something that has happened that I know Richie is very invested in and very well versed in, which is, man, Jimmy Kimmel won the battle between Sinclair and ABC affiliates, and he came on, did a monster monologue, really made all sides kind of look and say, you know, you're still gonna root for yours, but you're like, I get it. You know, freedom of speech is really at play here more so than jokes and insensitivity, etc. But what's your response to it? Because I know we've had a lot of group text banter. Let's let the world know what we're thinking.
I just think it's, hopefully we can lower the temperature in everything, and we still have to be vigilant about silencing free speech wherever it comes from. You know, you may not like the person who's saying it, but they can say it.
Or what they're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Or what they're saying, but they can say it.
They can say it.
And we just can't have authorities taking folks off of TV because they don't want to be criticized.
Yeah.
That's my thing, is you just can't do that. And if it's not obvious to the whole world what is happening and why you would want to do that, then shame on us.
Preach. Now let me say this. I love the pushback that I think every conversation can have pushback, and I learned that from football because there's no such thing as a perfect football player, so there's no perfect team. So that means there's a way to defend even the greatest show on turf. There's a way to push back. Here's my pushback. Devil's advocate, let me push back. Some things are just off limits. Like even free speech ain't completely free. Can't run into a theater and say fire because that's what? Free speech? Yeah, you can say what you want. Not right now. Can't say that. So let's take it to a different context where growing up, I didn't have this problem, but a lot of my friends did, and I've seen a lot of fights. Don't talk about my mama. Like, don't talk about my mama. The joke ain't about my mama. Okay, one thing I thought universally we all thought, and even me, when I do my raps on the shows, I never rap about death. If somebody dies, no rap this show, just out of respect. Death is death. Like, it's over. It's a wrap, okay? The joke came in the world in context of a death. Is that off limits, or is that still, hey, free speech? Let's roll.
It depends on.
Even, huh?
It depends on who and who, what color is getting killed.
All right, let me hear it. I know where you're going in terms of, I got some examples, but let me hear it.
Nah, that's why I really feel like, if it was something different, and I feel like if it was a black person that got killed and he got a joke, he wouldn't have got kicked off.
That's true.
Oh,
I really strongly.
I don't know where you're going.
I
Okay.
really strongly feel like that.
No, I'm
If
listening.
that was
I was going
Farrakhan that
somewhere
got
different,
killed,
but I
and
agree with it.
if that was Farrakhan that got killed, and he made a joke about it, he wouldn't have got kicked off. I feel like that. If that was, give me somebody else, Rich. I know you.
Even
got
though the
somebody
joke wasn't
Anybody.
But the joke wasn't even
The
about
joke wasn't for him.
About him dying.
right.
Yeah,
I
it was
want to
about-
make sure I clear that up. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
saying
about
he
how Trump
joked on
was
it.
acting
He said how
about
Trump
it.
responded to
Right.
the death of his friend.
Trump wouldn't have responded. The way
But it's
to the
still
other people.
comedy. Death occurred, which sparks the comedy, which makes you go to Trump. it's like that's the connectivity for me. But there was a day where we, look, Saddam Hussein got killed. America was out there throwing parades. So I understand some people die and you're like, yay. Even though I just don't bring myself to that place, even though I know that's horrific and he's that. I'm just not that.
I'm not either. I wouldn't either though. But I'm just putting out like what you said, what we all know and what is true and what the world is turning into now.
Yeah.
So I'm sad. I feel like as a parent away from their kids.
Oh yeah, that's all.
I never want to have my kids have to live like that. I don't want anybody's kids have to live like that. So
yeah. Where were you going? You said you weren't going there.
Well, I kind of touched on it a little bit because I was saying Jimmy wasn't really talking about Charlie Kirk per se in the death. But my general thought on it was that monologue was crafted so masterfully that he exposed them without really kind of having to expose them by doing it so blatant. So like even if you're on the side where you were mad at him, he gave so many examples in that monologue that makes you look. It shows them that they're contradicting their whole point because you're the same ones that wanted this free speech. And you didn't like how when you're saying things, how it's being used against you or people are rallying against that. But then the moment that somebody says something that goes against your belief, now all of a sudden that's a problem. Right. But he used different examples. And even the guy, what's his name? That's the head of the FCC.
I know you're talking about.
When he used Robert De Niro to play him, and he was using things that he did himself against himself. Yeah. So I'm like, he painted it so well that it's like Sinclair had no choice. But we talked about that offline. Right. Like I knew they was gonna come back around because you can't survive that long off of selling news ads. Yeah. Right. But he played that out so well that they had no choice but to come back because he makes y'all look foolish for leaving in the first place.
Right. And even you, let's think about what you say. You always joke about the most sensitive stuff.
Oh yeah.
And you say that you don't have those limits.
No.
But you have that limit and that's yours. But if I didn't like your joke about something else that you don't have a limit on, right? Do I get to say you don't get to joke about anything?
Exactly. I don't make the rules, right? I try to respect yours at the same time, respect mine, and then there's going to be a tug of war at sometimes of I don't want to talk about death, but you do. But I also want to talk about your mama, and you don't.
Right.
So I totally get that. And the thing that, all right, explain this to me because his monologue, when I watched it, I was like, he nailed it. Then I read response and they were like, he nailed it. Or it wasn't sincere. It wasn't authentic. He's crying he's talking and crying. Come on. He's playing all the beats. And then I saw this. Tell me what to make of this because I don't totally get it. Jimmy on Roseanne Barr's tweet. Like, remember Roseanne got canceled, I guess? That's what they said. And ABC, to their credit, didn't waste any time. They canceled her show today, and I'm not a fan of censorship, but, so that means you are a fan. Like, well, you know me. But this wasn't about free speech. It was about consequences for saying something vile. You can say what you want, but networks don't have to pay you to say it. You can't just blame Ambien for that. Remember she tried? Actions have consequences, and ABC made the right call. That was in 2018. So, look. This is why I'm glad I'm a football player because I would have been a hell of a lawyer because I love finding it like, wait a minute. But point being, how do you – no one brought that up for real, like viral level. How do you have that stance and then what you go through, then try to flip it for the sympathy to get yourself back and then obviously state it?
I don't think what Jimmy said was actually disrespectful.
Like, I didn't feel that way either when I saw it.
He didn't say anything about Charlie Kirk in a negative way. He didn't say anything about his family, his kids. Even with Trump, he didn't really say nothing bad about Trump. Whoa. What he said was, well, this is how you react to somebody that's supposed to be your friend.
You skipped the part. There's that one part where he said MAGA was trying all weekend.
Trying to spin it. Yeah.
And so that means you're putting it on MAGA and then saying, well, they're trying to do something that is not real or they're trying to BS their way. And that's what most people got offended by that part, which was the flyby. Like, that ain't the play I was running. That was like the motion. And people were like, no, that's the problem. That's the flag. The flag is the motion, not the play you ran.
But when somebody already doesn't like you, the reason why they ran off of that is because that's the only thing they could run off of.
Yeah.
So, you know, when somebody don't like you, they're going to find, hey,
nitpick.
what out of this can we use against you?
Yeah.
And I think that's what they did there. Because, as DP said, I feel like if it was the other side and he said that about somebody who they didn't care for, none of this would even have been a conversation.
How are y'all with the side thing? Because I'm not going to lie, dog. I never liked sides. I ain't like Crips and Bloods growing up. I hated when I had a teammate that was a Crip family and another one that was a Blood family. I told y'all some of the stories. We used to go to their house and this killer ass Blood there, and then he run out the house, shotguns, handguns. He throw them on the bed. We watching the game, guns next to us. He go out there, knuckle up, come back. He beat up somebody, Crip in the neighborhood. I'm like, I'm from a Crip neighborhood. I'm not a Crip, but then how close am I to getting my ass shot, whooped up, and I'm a teammate with him. He don't like him because his uncle, he ain't never met his uncle, but his uncle live over there and you from over there. Like, I was like, huh. Then I get an adult. I say, I'm going to make $5. I'm going to go to a good school. I'm going to go to the league, and I'm going to escape this dumb shit. Like, I got to pick. Then now, it's worse than Crips and Bloods, it feel like, because it's not just violence, it's conversation, it's mindset, it's ideology. Like, you can't even talk to somebody without them trying to say, oh, so you're a liberal, you're a conservative. And my point is, how are y'all taking this side battle that's happening every day?
I mean, I'm like you in the sense of where I never like sides, even from younger. So I just like what makes sense. Whoever's right. Like, that's what matters to me the most, because at the end of the day, all that other stuff is just whatever.
Facts.
But in the example you just used with the Crips and the Bloods, the reality is it doesn't matter what I like. The sides still exist.
Yeah.
So I may not want to be a part of it, but I still have to have an opinion on certain things, because these sides do exist and they do have impact on what's playing, how things are playing out.
So would you call yourself a centrist? Would you be a moderate? Or are you really left or right? Oh, God, I get triggered like a little baby who's scared of gunshots because I heard Crips shooting at Bloods or vice versa.
I'm like that. I don't like sides because I don't like conflict. But I do want stuff to be right. But everybody does need to have that opinion, too. I look at it like that, too. So it's kind of like, where do you find that medium?
We ain't all pulling in the same direction.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I feel, too. I don't want conflict. But I do want the truth and what's right. But other people still do gotta have their opinions too. So I don't know where I fit myself in.
Oh,
you feel what I'm saying?
Where are you?
Well, that's where the sides come into play, because some people are so stuck on that side they're on that right or wrong doesn't matter. They are just gonna ride for that side.
Yeah.
Because I got some friends that I really don't agree with their political sides. Like, I really don't agree with some of their things. But when I'm around them, I just don't talk about that. I just don't bring that up. Or
that's what's happening. The world's shrinking.
We have a great time. Like, I still enjoy them. I still enjoy my time with them. But I just don't talk about that with them. And I feel like they don't talk about that because they kind of understand too, kind of where I am. And we still have a great time when we're together. Just that subject just doesn't come up.
Don't talk politics and religion. The old adage that is still alive. Where you at?
I think the difference right now is that it feels like there's an attack from one side, and one side is attacking our culture.
So I'm assuming you're saying right is attacking American culture.
It's attacking culture.
Okay,
and trying to erase history, change history, erase the narrative, erase the things that erase any reason why we may feel the way we do.
We being
our black culture.
Oh, okay. I was like,
black
is it
culture
left
or brown culture?
Or okay.
Politics is one thing.
Yeah.
I don't think this isn't political. Republicans and Democrats got along by arguing for decades, forever. This isn't that right now. This is an attack from a side who thinks that they need to survive. And they think that their way of surviving is to get rid of everybody else. True. And making only their stuff meaningful. True. So there isn't there's not a lot of middle ground with that. And when it gets to that, then you have to take a side. You have to dig in because you won't survive if you don't.
Yeah, they're not trying to play anywhere in the middle.
No.
It's like it's our way or no way.
Or no way.
Yeah, because when you start trying to get rid of the past and historical things that have impact on where we are now, it's like, what are you doing?
I mean, they're scrubbing historical stuff from websites. They're getting rid of books. They don't want you to know.
Teaching certain things
They're
in the
only
history.
teaching certain things. They're changing the narrative on slavery. They're trying to change history to make folks irrelevant because they're fighting what they feel like. Make America Great Again is saying that they don't like how the country is and that they've lost control and they're trying to get that control back.
Okay. Once again, let me play a little pushback. First of all, them 2 White House visits, I went to see the White House, Donald Trump. God dang, I ain't know the political collateral damage that comes from that. Like, people be judging you. I'll be like, wait a minute. It's still me. I just went to the White House. Because I look at it like I always have distanced the person from the artist, etc. Like Michael Jackson. Don't talk to me about no kids and Michael Jackson because I ain't go to the courtroom for 58 days. I don't know. You don't either, but you just saw some headlines and said this. I'm like, was he innocent? Yeah, well, then Billie Jean, put it on. You know what I mean? Sammy Sosa, I just saw recently. Took a picture with him. People were like, what you taking a picture for Sammy Sosa for? He's a cheater and stuff. I was like, that's for y'all to talk about? That is Sammy Sosa, who I just respected as a player. And I say all that because I'm in a place right now where I'm like, damn, dog. Your associations are really deeming you as this to people versus the whole picture. So my pushback to you is this.
But, okay, so wait. So dig into that for a minute.
Okay, let's dig.
Why do you think that has changed so much?
Oh, good. You led me to my point. It hasn't in some respects. I saw this clip from Barack Obama. I saw this clip from Bill Clinton. And it said, make America great again. Now, no one owns that as a mantra, right? But we know the connotations have shifted from like, you know, you think that Donald Trump's the first person to say, make America great again? No, because we've lagged.
We know he isn't. We know for a fact that he isn't.
Right. So what they're really saying in the past is, oh, we're slacking in this element, in this column. Let's make America great again at that, right? We went through our time where we lost our education and we lost our way. We still are, but we noticed we were losing our way with China in technology. Make America great again in technology. So I don't always buy into the mantras of MAGA means this because someone else said MAGA meant that. It's just right now, we're not respecting the other side can be right because we all got platform. So when you feel a certain way, to your point, I'm right. Now, when I disprove that you're right about all that, you just get louder instead of conceding you're right about that. We don't do enough of like real football, which is you score, I score. You're like most football games end in one possession losses or wins. Like this ain't no 40-0 every week. Most of the games is like 34-30, field goal at the end, and it's like you got some, I got some. Why can't we wrap our minds around you're right too, instead of they are wrong, which I see a lot of our discourse being.
Because I think right now it's because people are feeling attacked. The same
Both
thing
sides?
I just said. No, just
Democrat or just liberal, just Democrat, just progressive.
Well, forget liberal and conservative because that has nothing to do with this.
Okay, so what do you say?
The right wing is not conservative. I mean, Ronald Reagan and those cats were conservative, and it wasn't the same discourse that we have now.
No.
George Bush was a conservative. He and Michelle Obama are best buddies. They love each other.
Yeah.
It's not the same discourse now. So that stuff is getting thrown out there wrongly, in my opinion.
Well, is that just as simple as, because we couldn't have the same discourse. We were still going by newspapers, magazines. You were still going to the library. Like everything you said was this Twitter works. Hey, big dog, I went viral saying some bullshit. Like, is it just that simple, or you think it's really deeper?
I think it's deeper.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's about as deep as it can get right now.
Talk to me.
And I think that's the scary part of it, because I think whichever side wins is going to really determine the fate of the country, and things are going to go really differently depending on what happens and who comes out of this on top.
Well, we know right now Trump has the power, and it's not uniform power where, you know, he can do all things. It's not omnipresent, but at the same time, he has the presidency. He is our president. As things have gone back and forth, as you're saying, it used to be a different way, and now it's going this way.
I mean,
can it go back right there?
You got see, the presidency isn't supposed to have any more power than any of the other two branches of government.
Yep.
Right.
In fact.
You know, but right now it holds all the power because the people in the other branches of government are scared of the president.
And in part,
and part and parcel
they got voted
to
in.
the program.
Right.
You know, for whatever reason. So you got people like Clarence Thomas talking about precedent shouldn't really mean anything, when before precedent in the courts meant everything.
That was the premise.
Now all of a sudden it doesn't mean anything in some random year in 2025.
Well, it's not so random.
That's crazy, right? Right, exactly. So it's not so random. It's all it's planned. So the people that it may be planned against are feeling a certain way, and it's a fight or flight kind of thing. It's a reaction that we got to stand up if we're gonna even survive. And I think that's where people get mad at you.
Okay, let me hear it. Oh, good. I need to know why people get mad at me.
I think people get mad at you because they're feeling attacked, and they don't feel like you feel the attack going on.
Because I don't.
Right.
And it ain't because I got $5. It's because I've never felt attacked, but I'm listening. Don't talk to me. Don't. I want to hear what they're saying, but they're not going to tell me, or they're not articulate enough, or I don't know them. I want to hear it.
Right. I think what they're saying is that they don't see you trying to fend off the attack.
Okay.
At all. Or even acknowledging that there may be an attack.
And that being the books being removed.
History trying to be rewritten. Black history getting scrubbed. Anybody, you know, DEI, not understanding why DEI was there in the first place. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but, you know, kind of been against DEI. The things that have
DEI sucks.
Have tried to even the playing field, so
Dummies.
to say. Whatever.
Dummies. I'm not gonna stop. Let me. I'm not sensitive, so I come off as insensitive. I have my own sensitivities, but they're not because of groupings. I don't have shit in common with y'all. You know what I have in common with you? Like I'm talking about in label and look and in any kind of grouping. I don't. You play tennis. I suck. Okay? You're from Chicago. I'm from Compton. You brown. I'm darker brown, if not black. Point being, I don't know none of you until I know you. And I reserve the right to know you as I know him, and if somebody was white here, him, and if he was Asian, him. But I don't think that people want to do that. They don't like that exercise. They like the safe or scared exercise, which is we all are. No, we not. Dog, if we sat here long enough and people kept the mics on and watched it, they'd be like, shit, they different. But I hate when they try to make us the same, because I see how that hinders my expression. Everything I do, a black man did. Not corny, not gangster. Forget your connotations. A black man did it. And another black man did something different. And it's like, but then when we get lazy in conversation, it's like, oh, y'all, what do you mean? I went through a different war that you went through. And then everyone else has. So I want this conversation to happen because I am not a sellout. I just don't buy into BS that I feel is BS, which is all four of us together are the same when you really get lazy. Just like when you leave LA, all of a sudden, where you live? I live in Inglewood. Where you live? I live in Encino. Where you live? Hancock Park. Oh, y'all from LA? Yeah, come to LA. We ain't from the we are different. And people are so lazy and more scared, because if you know world history, that's all grouping is. They ain't got time to figure out who he is. He from that tribe? Wah wah. And so like, I'm the one that will walk into the tribe and be like, excuse me, where's the chief? And then who else is here? What are you? Like, I'm just not that. But I love your point, because I do feel my people like, not all, but some of them be like, you letting us down, dog. You ain't fighting. You loud, you smart, you get it, but you don't get this. And I'm like, get what?
Is that a little bit about how Russell Wilson is too?
And
being different and being his own self and having his own views, and you don't think so?
I think with him, and I know that question was for you, but just from outside speaking, then
too, yeah.
I mean, I said that wrong. I meant looking from the outside. I think. I started.
That Tiki punch is quick. Hey, Tiki punch is quick.
I started sipping. My bad. I started sipping. Tickle. Oh, that is the same thing. I saw it. Oh, she done bottled it now.
Oh yeah, we getting there. Oh, we slow playing. You know me.
We got to talk off.
Yeah, me. We got to talk.
I think with Russell, I feel like he only sees it from one side, his side. With him, even though he says some things that we don't agree with, there's also times where I've heard him speak on the side where it's like he understands. Now, a lot of times, he don't be understanding.
I don't.
That might be why I don't see it, because I see all the other times.
Yeah.
It outweighs it.
I mean, I look at everything. So I look at everything.
Yeah,
like
he active.
I don't just pick. I'm not saying you pick, but a lot of times people see, like, we're gonna just call it like the headline and go, oh, he said this, and then people just run with that narrative. When you're saying something in agreement with people, they don't always see that.
No.
They only pick at the stuff where it's like the headline. So I think with Russell, I've never really heard him say anything that's like pro whatever. He just kind of he honestly seems like he doesn't really have an opinion about much of anything. So it just looks different.
Well, the thing is, one, it's selective perception. We already talked through that before. Where like we can't see it all, so we see what we want to see, and we pick what we want to see because of our values and our ethics, morals, our exposures, etc. Right? So I look at it like that, and I know that black people get mad at me because I say shit that you shouldn't tell black people. But one, remember, I'm a football player. That means everything I do, I'm gonna touch your ass. Like I'm combative. Like okay, I'm sorry.
Touch this.
Touch. Hey, Omarion killed that shit too. Another one they try to clown.
Face until I looked over at DP.
I'm gonna touch that ass. But for real, it's seriously, it's like I'm gonna touch you in a way again. All right, I'm gonna lose touch. All right,
and I know we got a viewer who is hating the Paul's game right now.
Oh yeah. Let him finish.
I did see that the other day, and I don't even really watch the comments, but I saw you respond to somebody.
Oh,
somebody said that. I ain't see that.
Somebody
I ain't
said
never looked at the comments.
He was like, it's so cringe.
And he was like, if you a I don't know if he said real man, but something along the lines like, if you a man, there's no need for you to have to say pause. And I think you said like loosen up or something like that.
Have some fun.
Pause. Oh boy, he hit him with a pause on the pause.
I'm like, it ain't even that serious.
No, it was playful.
It was funny. Yeah. All right. Let me say this. So y'all know I get down like it's physical when we get down. Here's the thing. No pause. Another one? Oh, shit. My real point is this. If y'all want to do the grouping, I'll do the grouping. I hate doing the grouping because I'm competitive in this way. Once you group me, I got to represent for the group. Like, I'm not a victim or a product of my environment. Did I say another pause?
Just the whole. It's just the whole.
All right, let me hear
the whole.
And then I'm gonna clean it up. No, clean it up. No, what I say?
Talking about being a victim of the groped and being a victim and just.
I didn't say that. Y'all got me off the rails. Okay, let me say this. Let me say this.
But Marcellus, that's what I think people want from you.
But the same people that didn't want shit from me when I was growing up and didn't do shit for me.
No,
and I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about any people.
You're saying if once you're in a group, you're gonna take the lead and you're gonna.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what people would want.
Yes, you're making my point. Black people want me to lead. I am gonna lead you, but I'm gonna lead you from where we are, and I'm gonna lead you from where you think we should go. Because guess what? Who's in last place in all the socioeconomic categories? Raise your hand, black people. Y'all. Like, if you want to do the law of averages, we are in third, if you want to say the 4 major diversity ethnicity groups. We are third or fourth, not second, not first, and shit. So I look at black people like, oh, you want me to lead? Well, guess what? Here's the game plan. It ain't what we've been running, because that's a losing effort. And it's not where you think it should go, because you don't even know where to go, because you would have been there. So let me tell you where to go. And this effort is... we keep losing in major categories. We let people pass us by. We let people come here with the same kind of issues, different degrees, and then they go by us. And it's because we buying into the wrong stuff. I've always felt that way. So what I buy into, people don't want to buy into it. So I will lead by example. A black man did it. And then you will one day, hopefully, respect, he is one of us. He didn't sell us out. He just went to the place where, and this is, please know I'm a humble guy, but I'm also ain't stupid. Dog, how many people you know went to an Ivy League school? You know a few. How many people from that Ivy League school went to an NFL? You might not know a few. How many of them went to the media and did all that? You might not know a few. My point is, I'm not perfect. I'm not great. I just ain't wrong on like what we should do. Okay. And people get mad at me when I'm like, dog, the proof is in the pudding.
Well, maybe it's not the actual message. Maybe it's the way that you're delivering the message.
Talk to me.
My fault.
Talk to me.
I think what it is, I'm going to be specific to you, not in general. I think what it is people look at you as being part, and I know you hate this term, but as being part of the culture, because you speak on a lot of things that are culture based and things like that. And then I think you're a public figure, obviously. So when you brought up the thing where you said, well, where were all these people when I was a kid and I was in the hood? Well, they didn't know you then. But how they look at you now as a public figure, you speak on things that typically would be the things that the culture would be invested in. So because you have that persona, they expect you to say things that's going to be in support or pushing forward how they feel. And so as soon as you don't do that,
and I'm never gonna do that. You know why? Because that's not the medicine we need.
Right. I'm not saying you're wrong for that. Everybody's entitled to feel how they want.
I ain't gonna say no stupid just so y'all could be like clapping me more.
Right. I'm just talking about, but that's probably that plays into that perception.
Oh yeah, I'll be the sellout. Y'all thought of Martin Luther King one way until he died, then thought a different way, and he changed his tune. You thought of Malcolm X one way and didn't realize. You thought of Jesus. like I'm not. To me, that feels like I get encouraged when people be like against me, because in the Bible it says the gates to heaven are narrow and few will come between. That means most people ain't gonna get it. And I'm not saying I get it, but when y'all tell me I don't get it, you got to remember the Bible says I do. And I'm a believer. I'm a believer in myself. I'm a believer in higher powers. And I'm also a believer in the facts. And if you're telling me a group who is in last place is trying to tell me which way we should go, I'm saying chill. I think that's not the way. If you were lost, why would you listen to everybody else with you lost trying to tell you how to get found? And look, I know it hurts. I'm sorry. I could be from any group, but I don't see the measurements, the metrics that says that people who are coming at me or anybody else who talks like this are right. So I prefer not to group myself. I prefer it. But if you want to do the grouping, let me show you where we should go as a group.
I knew you was hell at Columbia. Like a good hell. I knew you put some of them white folks in their position sometime. Ooh. Hey, did you take debate class?
I can't talk to you.
Did you take debate class?
I did.
No. I did.
No, I'm
wish
serious.
I
I'm
probably
serious.
did
I know
better.
you probably had to.
I did that.
Like you probably had a couple of them walk away like, damn, this motherfucker really know. Like, no, I'm serious. You probably a couple times that you don't even know, but just by hearing you talk and knowing you in college, younger too, with a lot more energy.
Yeah.
You probably had a couple of them walk a while like.
I did have an interview.
I ain't gonna bring up this point to him no more.
I did have an interview with the dean of admissions who really wanted to get to know me in the scope of like, where are you coming from? Because like obviously I'm not typecast Ivy League, Columbia. Like, you know, they're like, we invite a lot of people here, and then we got this dude that could go to any school kind of and play football, but you come in here and you know you qualify, and so like we had a conversation, and I think I got another level of confidence when this person at this prestigious university, after a conversation with me, was like, "You're different," and like, and the only thing that I took from that was like, of all these geniuses, you think I'm different? Not that I'm smarter, not that I'm better, more. She's just like, "You're different," and I was like, "Yeah," because I've already summed up the black experience because I lived it. I'm 18. My mama didn't even want me to go to Columbia. I'm like, "Mama, I'm going to Columbia." "No, you ain't gonna play in the league. All my friends and family and peers, you gonna mess up your chance." I was like, "You dumbasses."
Not that life.
All the people that go to the league that do the same thing, what happens? We see them right here back, or we see them not happy, or we see them not make it. I was like, why would I do that? Because that's the best chance. I say, what about the best of both worlds? You can't do that. Then when you do it, and they at the draft party drinking your drink, you sitting there like, yeah. So right now I'm looking at my people who hate me, the ones that do, the few that do. I'm like, yeah, you'll be at the party. Because I don't think that the direction that they've led us is the way that we should go.
Well, you know what? I was so glad to get to know you because I learned a lot from you.
Okay.
And the biggest thing I learned from you, it's not your message, it's your messaging. And
Dame Dash.
I think you will eventually change your messaging because I hear the passion and the feeling that you can change the culture and that you have a different view for the culture.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think once you hone in how to transfer that message in a different way that is a little more, I don't want to say kinder, but not as isolating. Because right now you're saying, forget it, I'm going to keep my message to myself because you don't want to hear how I'm going to give the message. But I think it's going to be a point where you say, I want you to hear this message, so I'm going to deliver it the way that it's going to absorb in your head. And then let's see what you think about it.
Yeah.
That's facts.
I agree.
That is
I agree
facts.
with that because I've had people all growing up tell me that. Like I would tell them something and they just didn't like it because it was too direct. And it was like, but it's the truth. And my thing is like, I'm being honest with you. You want me to sugarcoat it, but I'm like, I'm just telling you what it is. But I learned that some people you do gotta sugarcoat a little because they won't receive the message. Period. On the flip side of that though, what I'll say is I think too many people are worried or too invested in other people's opinion opposed to who they are as a person. Now, I get it. Sometimes your opinion can show who you are as a person.
Yeah.
But like a prime example is, remember we had that conversation we were talking about with your sons or your kids, teaching them how to deal with cops when they get pulled over. And I was like, yeah, my kid, I got to teach him this how you do it. And he said, I would never do that. And we all sat here and thought that was crazy that he was like, he wouldn't do it. And I tried to give him every example because there's tons of examples of why. We don't agree on that. But I also know him as a person. So I can't let his opinion on that specific topic change how I look at you as a person, because your best friend in the world, your wife, your mother, whoever, you're not going to agree on everything that person thinks. So you got to sometimes know how to move past opinions.
I love that. And now I'm going to answer that last point because, not even answer because you didn't ask a question, but it was just like to continue it. So we saw what happened with Terrence Crawford. And the reason why I won't educate my kids about the police is because of exactly what I saw in that small exchange with Terrence Crawford. And we don't know the body cam, we don't know the full footage, and I'll look forward to that. But I will say this. I think black people get triggered by somebody else's experience with the police. Whether it was me growing up and I heard NWA, F the police. I'm 11, 12. For what? Fuck the police. I call the police every time. My parents call the police when something's wrong, right? I thought of the police in the most positive of way because I'm so young. And then all of a sudden, I heard somebody say, fuck them. And then I'm like, why fuck them? Oh, okay, interesting. So it can trigger you. So I saw in that Terrence Crawford video where it's like, we are so like on edge of like, they gonna try and get me, or they trying to set me up, or they lining me up, that we don't even let the experience be what the experience is, which is I'm here, legal firearm, on the floor, my security got one. The real question is, did we tell him that we had a gun, or he just saw it after we've been talking, which is a whole different animal? You reckless driving, I pull you over, we chopping it up, and you ain't telling me you got a gun, then it's right there. Y'all got to get up out of here now. We got to chop it up, and that's the law. So I think that sometimes that education just triggers you to a thing you may not ever experience. Because I know if it were me and I get pulled over, I'm like, hey, officer, how you doing? 10 and 2. Got a gun on the floor, legal firearm. Look, I'm letting you know everything. I'm telling you my social security number. It ain't that deep. It ain't no old rights and who and what the history. I ain't talking that shit. I'm trying to get to the crib, bro.
I done tried both ways before. Arguing with them, it ain't never worked. So I just do. I just kill them with kindness now.
Yeah,
and I done got passes away. I done got that don't always work too though. But I done got passes with my tent before, killing them with kindness, man. Like one time I got pulled over. I told the cop, man, I got tent because I play football. Everybody know who I am. Why somebody at the red light? Hey, Penn. I'm like, see. I swear it was like perfect timing. I'm like, see. And the cop was like, all right. And what were we warning? I'm like, yeah. See, I got my kids on the way to drop off school. I said, but nah, I've been both ways. So now that's why I tell my son, just get home. Just make it home.
Just get home. And we know how to get home. Okay.
But see, also, when I was watching that video, the one thing that we don't know was he actually reckless driving? Because police use that to pull people over. Yeah.
But see, that's the triggering.
They use tents too.
Well, they can use anything to pull you over.
Saying, but and oftentimes people aren't reckless driving. They can deem anything they want to reckless driving.
But you see how dangerous that is? Like we start off with the suspicion that I ain't even do what you pulled me over for. Who gives a fuck? I have been pulled over for many times. They said I rolled through the stop sign. I'm like, maybe not. Point is, it's like a bad call in the game. You ain't got time to be sitting there arguing with the ref. Make the next play. The next play is, okay, now let me be kind. He fucking with me. He's tripping. But I'm not going to act the ass and trip back. When the two wrongs make the right, especially when he got the power. In this moment, he got the power, because if I die, all you guys an explanation. I'm dead. You think my son want to hear about, well, your dad did the right thing. He stood up for his rights. No, he didn't. He died. That's all you going to say. True. So I ain't hell nah. And I don't know if he did it or not, but I'm like, he got pulled over.
I agree with what you just said. I think where it goes left is there are a million examples. I've been in one where you do everything right. Like, you know, the cop pulled you over for a BS reason. You do everything right, and then they still keep doing things to you. We've seen situations like that where it's ended in death. I was in a situation where a cop locked me up for just because. Like, I did everything he asked. Yeah. He told me I had a warrant. I'm like, that's impossible. And then he said the name. I'm like, if I Google my name, there's no other name comes up. It's just me. No other person. It's just me. Yeah. And it's like, there's no way that there's no other way you found another person with my address at my city and that has the same name. And I was telling him everything, and I was being respectful. He just wanted to target me. That's all it was.
I agree with you.
Some people have bad days, and they just want to. And then some wrong people get power, and they try to abuse it. Because I've been there too. Like, man, like I've been on a plane where the ladies just fucking with an attitude.
I've had
and I'm like, I'm trying to be as nice as possible. Then next time I know, do I need to go get somebody? No. Why is it coming to that? You coming at me like, like it's just
ego tripping.
Fuck you, dog.
A lot of that's ego tripping, especially on a plane. Sometimes them stewardess on a plane, they just trying to do too much.
That was a good one.
That definitely happened to me.
Definitely. I forgot one time I was flying. I forgot what happened. And this dude was just the stewardess just started. I think I had a car seat, but it was like a fold-up one. Mm-hmm. No, it was a stroller, but it was a fold-up one. Mm-hmm. So I brought it on, but it's like the smallest one. And I'm trying to put it on the top. And he said, no, it has to be checked. And I'm like, I said to him, I said, no, I just flew here with it. And immediately he gets loud. Do I need to call security?
It's because you're big.
I'm like, whoa, where does it go?
Intimidated.
We're not dealing with this.
I'm like, where does it go?
We are.
To the point the point where he ended up like getting loud and going off to where security came, and I had to get on another flight. Like I'm not flying with this dude. I had to get on another flight. I had to
Jetsons.
Complain to American and all that stuff. They gave me a lady called, and the corporate lady called. They gave me a big voucher, and they said they were taking care of it. Like they can't
give you a small voucher, fat boy.
I had enough witnesses. Do they check your cane when you?
Bow. He pulled that one out.
All right,
He pulled the AR out on that.
I didn't do it.
Oh man,
Jesus, that was a good one.
No, but
you should get a cane, low key though.
Fuck y'all. I'm getting the surgery first.
Sometimes you walk, it look like it hurt. Yeah, I'm like, dog, you need a cane.
I feel bad for a kid because sometimes you just keep walking at an angle, just crossing over in front of everybody. Like, damn.
Right turn, king.
True story. The other day we went to this thing. It was like in a ranch.
Oh yeah.
So we walking down this what do you call it? Like a trail.
Trail. Yeah.
The whole time we walking and talking, he literally kept pushing me off the trail. And I'm like, I don't know if he's doing this on purpose, but I realized it's the limp. He's not walking. He's literally walking diagonal.
Yeah. And he think he walking straight.
Bumping me off the trail.
He think he walking straight. He look at you like you tripping. Like, damn, why this nigga
Blaze keep trail? I'm like,
a lot of sacks right here. Peyton Manning right here. Tom Brady right here. All them sacks. They added up. I ain't talking to y'all.
Nah, but
you need to schedule that this week.
Yeah, y'all. It's
time.
It's coming from everywhere. Like I woke up in the middle of the night last night. I was like, yo, this shit's a little too painful to be sleeping through. And I've been going to yoga. I've been doing it all. Yeah, everybody been talking about it. Random moments like this. Yeah, it's time to get back right. Because then I could do what I can do, which will allow me to be the athlete.
And you tried.
That pickleball.
I tried.
You tried. You gave it a good 8 months, 9 months, 10 months.
I did. Okay, now let's get back to this topic because there's some points I wanted to make. Take this the right way. When you are triggered or you've been through an experience with the police and it was a bad experience, to me, you sound like a girl. You know why you want to sound like a girl? Because I only dated girls. And what I used to notice is that when I met a girl who'd been through a bad experience, her next was going to be her ex. Which meant when I meet her, hey, how you doing? Nice meeting you. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you. You're pretty handsome yourself. Oh, no. You want to go to Cheesecake Factory? Sure.
Said no girl ever.
Such a shit. The girls used to say I was cute. I had money. Let me stop. So the point is, like, we talking like this, and then we have the dinner, and it's going great. Appetizers, hors d'oeuvres, main course, thinking about dessert, and then here it comes. So, you're an athlete, huh? How is that? And then I'm like, what do you mean, how is it, man? It's amazing, motherfucker. It's the best shit ever. Where you down, girl? I got on point of what we doing right now. This is my restaurant right now if I wanted to be. Damn you. What you talking about? Nah, in all seriousness, I'm like, nah, you talk through it. And then it was just a setup question to get to what she had been through. Yeah, guys who have a lot of options and choice. And I'm like, okay, please don't tell me I am your ex, because I will be the next. And so what I hear from us as a people a lot of times, how many police encounters you've had? Remember we had our conversation, how many times at the gas station you've been? 5,400 times, and you only had 20 bad. Pretty good numbers. You play baseball, you be in the Hall of Fame. But the point is, that triggers you to like, fuck that gas station. 20 bad incidents maximum out of 5,400 days of that place being there. You're like, fuck that. I hear it with black people, with the police. How many times you been pulled over? Me? 20, 30. How many times I ever had one incident where I'm like, yo, 2. And one was an innocent incident, and the other one, he was on one. 2 out of 20? Man, and I'm sitting here talking about, I can warn my kids and warn my family. And for what? Warn them of 1 in 20? 2 in 20?
So I
Be real.
I understand why you use the example with females because they do that. They hold on to that last situation and
Just like black people with the police.
Forward. Here's my pushback on that.
Okay.
That's not, in this case, it's not really a female thing. It's really like PTSD.
No,
because it's the same thing as the military. These guys is going to war every day, fighting for a country.
Yeah.
And then they come back and they still are carrying certain things that happened to them there. So they live with that.
Yeah.
So it's not a female thing, it's a PTSD. If you went through a traumatic experience or you went through something where you feel like you were wronged by this group of people, it's just human nature that memory will still live inside of you. And depending on how bad it went, sometimes it ends in death. And we've seen it happen time and time again. People are that's gonna live with them. Oh no,
I agree with exactly what your explanation was, but I have overcome that explanation to say I am a human. At the same time, I'm not going to judge all of the people that I meet now as a representative of that one experience. So that means I had a bad police encounter. All police ain't bad. I've had a bad encounter with a boy or a girl. All boys or all girls ain't bad. I'm trying to talk for the women, but the point being, I know you're right. So when I met the women, and it was women in the dozens who kept coming to me like I was their ex-boyfriend, I was like, you just done fucked up your whole future potential of what we could have been, because you can't even see past what you've been through. When I am only in common with him as a man, like a police officer is probably pulling you over. Like, the only thing I got in common with the one who fucked you over is we both got the same job. We don't do the same job and we don't do it the same way. But that wasn't even my greatest point. Here's my greatest point. And y'all touched on it. I love you, Richie, for this. The reason why my message is combative, isolated, not exactly well accepted by all, is, I wouldn't say on purpose, but it's my PTSD. So I'm growing up and I'm quickly calculating that my family and my surroundings don't understand what I want to do. And what I want to do is be great at whatever I want to do. So I don't want to do all things. I just want to be great at the things I do, which meant school and football or track. And that was it. Like I ain't had many things. My list was short. And then people kept talking me out of that shit, dog. And I finally, I realized you said, and this is, now looking back, this is why I'm like this. I was like, I ain't listening to y'all no more. Literally, that's why I had to argue with my mom to go to Columbia. My mom sat me down. We had a meeting, a home meeting, and she's like, you're not going. And I was like, well, you're not stopping me either. So let's figure this out, because I'll run away. I got a college dorm already ready. So what are you talking about? And I remember I was like 12, 13. I was like, I can't listen to them no more. I love my family. They had a lot of jobs, no careers. I love my neighborhood. I love the talent, charisma, energy, humorous. I was like, what y'all got for it? What you got to show? And I was like, y'all are great people, but I want to materialize this greatness, because everyone else, it seems like, is. So that means if you are trying to tell me go left, maybe I need to look at what right is. Because if you knew better, you would do better. And this was an asshole ass move as a kid, because I got in a lot of arguments with people older than me that I respectfully had disagreements with. But I was like, you're not punking me. I don't think you're right. And if you really want to go there, it's basically like in ball. Prove it. Let me see the stats. You keep talking about how great you were. I'm wrong. I can't play. Let me see your stats. Oh, where your stats at, Marcellus? I ain't got none yet. Point being, I ain't in the game yet. I'm about to go in the game different than you did, because I'm not trying to have this outcome. And it was tough. So why am I like this right now? I need to get over the fact that everybody ain't against me, and I could listen to people, because I don't listen to these motherfuckers, because I'll be like, dog, that ain't the way. And the reason it ain't the way, because check the stats. We in last place. How we in last place and Nigerians beat us? They ain't even from here and they darker than us. Them motherfuckers is pitch black. How you that dark and talking about racism? They the darkest people I know. And they just be zooming past us and everything. And I'll be mad. I'm playing, but y'all get the point.
It's real.
It's real. So we can't, like we lose a lot of arguments. Like, it's racism. Well, people have had more recent genocides than us and come here and beat us. It's like every excuse that we got, somebody's taking it off the board, and I wonder who in the culture that really cares is actually gonna say it. They don't. And I know so many famous people, and I wish they would. I wish you would smoke back. I show them text, yo, sorry, fake asses be doing. They be telling me, Wiley, get him. You right, Wiley, get on air. And I hate that shit. Nobody taking the lead.
As y'all love to say, I like to say 2 things can be true.
Okay, you're right.
And I believe that obviously racism does truly exist, and it does hold us back a lot. But at the same time, I do also believe a lot of our people use that too much when there's certain things they could get past, and it's easier to just point the finger at that to say, this is why I have it. No, you have it because you didn't really put effort. But it's easier to say, well, I just couldn't. So I think
coach is tripping.
Right. Same thing in sports. Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's not the coach.
No,
it's you. You just not going hard.
No, yeah.
That coach might be a terrible coach, or he might be too hard on you. That's true.
You know what I mean? Coaches,
but
there
also
are
you
in history that didn't play their best player. Like 2.
I said Donald out in practice yesterday.
Yeah,
for
and
2
you also
periods.
play him in games too.
And he gonna play on Friday.
Oh, no, he is, because ain't a coach alive.
He had me mad as hell.
Not playing that talent. Yeah. Fascinating conversation, because y'all really told me about myself. And look, I know my goal is to lead. And when I say us, I don't even explicitly mean black people. I mean people from what I went through. Because it was some Mexicans, it was some white people, it was a lot of motherfuckers who was like, y'all, we ain't got 2 nickels to rub together. And I'm like, but there are nickels out there, we're gonna go find them. And some go on that journey with you and some don't. But I want to go back and show that value.
And I think you could be a big voice into changing that. I really do. I mean, I see a lot of, I don't want this to sound condescending or old. I see a lot of potential in what you could be.
Look at that. You hear that?
Old?
Yeah.
Sound real.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm Luther King. I could be it.
You know, I've been around a whole lot. So I know what leadership qualities are. And I know what messages are. I've been around some of the best that ever lived.
Marcellus, let him lead you.
You know,
lead me.
Lead you to the promised land.
But you have to tailor the messaging.
No, you're right.
Every
Craft
messenger tailors the message.
You're right.
The messaging.
I'm gonna say hope, like Obama did. That hope worked.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
I know.
And you know,
believe.
Yeah,
believe. No, not yet.
Get your keywords.
I need my 3 keywords, because I love everybody. See, my problem is right now, it's just like a jack of all trades on any team. Like, oh, you could play this and this and this. Coach don't know where to play you. I don't come in hot just one lane. I'm like, no, I love everybody. And I don't give you no credit just because you, like, black people want me to love them because they black. And I'm like, okay, do you want me to love only tall people because they tall? Do you want me to love only dark people because they dark? Like, when are we going to stop the dumb shit? The real shit is what Martin Luther King kind of got killed for. It was like, yo, I care about you. Who are you? Who are you? Oh. And we know the civil war going on between black people and ninjas. Stop playing. Now, I'm the one that talk about it. Everybody else be like, I ain't talking about that shit. I am.
It's a cold war.
It's a cold war between YNs and the real ones and the ones who just are black. So
and also, I mean, there's poor people come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And if you're talking about escaping from poverty,
yes,
then that's a very universal message.
That's what my message is.
So you can do that. You can do that, but
Security.
you end up including the people who are most in your group.
Yeah.
When you do that.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people's theories as to why the FBI went after the Black Panthers is because the Black Panthers were trying to gather all the disenfranchised groups around. The blacks, the whites, the Latinos.
That's what I'm on.
Everybody.
Yes.
And saying, hey, no, this isn't a culture war. This is a financial war. They want to keep all you down so they can be up.
Hell
and
yeah.
if you can fight that, then you're bigger than everybody.
We got to talk. This is my offline. This is going to be my campaign manager because I like Kid Frost and Vanilla Ice on top of all the black rappers. So the point is, you ain't going to make me not like them. What? Are you kidding me?
Until you say something pro-Trump. And then
What's
it's
wrong
all
with
over.
Trump? The Latinos voted for him too. Oh, yeah. In other news, campaign manager quits. Marcellus at the White House for the 3rd time in 1 calendar year.
Hey, political differences.
Last point, and then we can move on. I only went to the White House because who doesn't? I'm still a kid, I guess. Who doesn't go to the White House? Like, I never thought about it twice. Too. Everybody was like, "Yo, what you doing going to the White House?" I was like, "I got invited. You didn't." And they're like, "Nah."
That ain't it.
I was like, "Really, dog? I don't care what president. The president, if he invites me, I am there." I didn't know the political implications or didn't care about them, but now
that part.
Yeah. I'm like,
you didn't care about them.
Yeah, that's probably
because the implications were clear.
But hold on,
and you're way too smart to not know what those implications.
But I see Obama 2 months later, and we chop it up, and I'm doing video with him and MJ. Hold on, who am I then? Like, why are you mad at me?
Remember when I said selective? People, it's the headlines. People are gonna if you saying something in agreement with people,
you were there.
They don't. I know when you say things in agreement with people, they don't really remember that. It's when you say something that's opposite, that's what stands out. Because that was actually a good example. Like, I agree with Richie. Sometimes you say some things, I'm like, he just don't see it.
Yeah.
But that is a fair argument on your point also, where in one thing you sitting there pro Trump, but then in the next video you're doing one with Obama and happy to be around him.
Happy.
So both two things can be true.
Hell yeah. Thank you. All right, let's talk some more talk.
It always comes back to that, doesn't it?
Oh, shit. We need Kenyon.
I love you, man. And yeah, you caught me.
Okay.
Two things can be true.
Oh, while we on this, I guess we should get this out the way. This is interesting. All right, so let's just try our best to button up the Charlie Kirk conspiracy, I guess, more and more. Because I don't know if y'all get online, and I don't know what your algorithm is showing you, but my algorithm knows I'm into death. Like, I'm so scared and just pissed that we got to die that anytime Nipsey Hussle died, I was on vacation. I watched it 200,000 times trying to figure out, could he evaluate? Could he went that way? Did he see it? Was he alive at that moment? I just do that. That's me. And I'm doing the same with Charlie Kirk. My algorithm is feeding me every conspiracy in the world.
And cats.
And cats. Yeah, I love cats. I do love a lot of cats. I'm sorry. Cats over dogs, COD. What happened with Charlie Kirk? Somebody got a real understanding, greater understanding? Because I'm still battling between a few theories.
I think what we've been getting fed is a little bit too convenient. But I don't know what happened. I know there's video of things that can make you say, like where did this explosion come from, and who were these mysterious guys around, and
doing signals
like they were third base coach. And
one dude do this and a gun go off.
Yeah,
what he saw. He definitely did that.
He definitely did that.
And when the last time you did this? Now we do we do the Donald Fat Boy. You know, we do the Donald Fat Boy, but we don't do this
on the lapel, right? On the inside of a lapel.
And it looked like his shirt.
His favorite rapper, E40. 40 water.
It looked like the shirt moved first. It really does.
And the shirt looked like it moved up like this.
Up, not back.
Not like
not a hole in it from something coming into it, but a whoa.
Like a whoa.
I'm exploding out, and something comes out, and that's definitely an exit wound.
Where all that blood was.
That ain't no entry wound.
But
is
where
it?
Where was the entry wound? That was my question. If that's the exit wound, where was the entry wound?
Are there even two holes?
That was the exit wound where it came. All the blood came out.
Well, that's what this theory is saying, that his little microphone or lavalier or something he had here was rigged to explode.
And where's the autopsy? And why the old man who's always at every event that something bad happens is the first one screaming, "I did it, I'll do it again." Then that turns into, I was like, baby, that can't be him. That old man with his pants down ain't jumped off no roof and got on the roof.
Right.
Like, so we knew that was like.
And then been right back in the crowd. No.
I don't want to go too deep into it, but I'm still fascinated that, one, we live in a world that who wants to do this and then blow up by whatever way you're doing this, and then people don't like, what do people like? I don't like it on the rocks. 4 brothers, 5 brothers when Terry's here, and they just talking. they acting like they can say anything. They talking about white people stuff. They talking about our stuff. I don't like them. Imagine that. And then next thing you know, we decide we want to go on tour like all these podcasts are when they're successful. Let's go to Tampa. We sitting out there. Is it still Raymond James Stadium? And you sitting out there, and then a mother sucker say, nah, B, we done left Compton, south side of Chicago, South Central, New York, Queens, and somebody gonna go, nah. Woo, woo. If my cousins understand what my spirit is, go get his ass. Go get all of them. But then that's the vicious cycle. And I'm like, we're in a vicious cycle if that's the world we're living in. We can't even just say this shit. How you feel about it?
Well, if somebody out there is thinking like that, for the record, I'm your friend. There you go. Just want to put that out there.
I'm your friend too.
I'm not your friend, but still don't kill me. I don't fuck with you.
Whatever makes you stop.
Yeah. True.
I'm your friend.
I get it.
Yeah, it's just messy. I mean, obviously, you can't just shoot somebody just because you don't agree with what they think. I mean, that's foolish. But in this whole thing, I mean, I saw the video that we talking about. I don't know, it's 50-50. It did look suspect that the guy squeezes lapel of the shirt and then all of a sudden this thing goes off. Now I can't explain though why would the guy be jumping off the roof with a gun? And like if you didn't do it, like that doesn't make sense either. So it makes me think that he did do it because he was running. And
how about this some hood shit? Okay, what if this is just conjecture. This is allegations, and I'm not saying anything, just allegedly. Security's like, look, we need some people to kind of like, we need to give some people out there some bait or some real. Go get Charlie. So, old man, I just need you. Something's gonna happen. I need you to act crazy, like you always act crazy. So don't. Yeah. So this ain't that deep. You do this all the time. I'm gonna give you 100,000. Just shut up. Hey kid, come here. I need you to go on this roof. I want you to take him out, but you got to take him out when we give you the signal. Okay. And then instead of him doing it, we do it. And then the kid's like,
oh, snap.
Because remember they said they found the gun and then they have one in there already, like one used, unused, I don't know. So he like, because to take it apart and do all that, I don't know. But the point is, the kid's like, oh, snap. And that's why he ain't talking right now. They keep saying he ain't talking. I think he ain't talking because they said, you know you love your family, don't you? You know you love everything you love, right? So I think that's like, you can box somebody in like that because they already took the bait. You know you don't like your boyfriend. And then now go up there and do this. Oh, we beat you to it. Now you better. And then they do. I don't want to put this on anybody. So somebody gets shot right here. The last thing I'm about to do is hand you this drink. Last thing I'm going to do is hand you a pen. Last thing I'm going to do is like, here's my phone. I'm like, my guy, they over there exchanging stuff? What you handing?
Dude ran off.
Well, what dude ran off? Where you going? You ain't even consulted with us.
Let me bring this up too. Who was his security?
Say the word. Yes. The Israeli security that he talked about. He talked a lot about them too.
And what happened?
Security?
I
didn't know that.
And what happened with Hamas, the Hamas leaders?
Tell me.
Maybe a year ago. They rigged all their beepers. Remember they were
I didn't know
they were doing communication through beepers, and that's how they communicated, and they infiltrated and they swapped out everybody's beepers, and they killed a gang of them by exploding all their beepers at the same time.
Oh, dang, Richie, you cracked the case.
Dog,
you cracked the case.
I knew that they had those exploding beepers.
Cracked the case. I didn't know.
But
this.
I didn't know that incident.
Oh yeah, and this maybe been a year and a half ago. They took out like dozens of Hamas leaders by infiltrating, swapping out all the beepers. Everybody got a new one, and at the same time, they all went off.
They set them all at the same time?
At the exact same time.
They wasn't even trying to hide. Like, look.
And then said that they did it.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's.
Well,
I'm not trying to hide.
You kind of stand on it.
Like,
you're trying to prove a point.
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly right.
So now my watch your shoes, your necklace, because
all at the same time. So can it be done?
That changes
absolutely.
things.
And there's probably
I didn't
no
know
exit wound because the caliber of using something that's hidden in a lavalier is probably strong enough to kill you, but it's gonna stay in there.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Maybe it didn't exit. Maybe it
Whether
didn't
if it
exit.
was a gunshot or detonated from somewhere, it's probably like a hollow tip. Because there's not always going to be an exit wound if you're using a hollow tip.
Oh, it just goes in there and
it goes in and explodes.
But if it was an exploding beeper, I don't know what it does. But these people were getting, they were dying.
So it went in there and exploded, and that's why it opened up so much.
But also that lapel was on the right side, right? If I remember
Yeah,
correctly, it was here.
It was.
But the
wound
thing
was
was
over
over
here.
here. So
Yeah.
how does there was no. If
And
it was
that's
here,
what I'm
it would have
saying.
to been an entry point going here in order to hit here. It's
that
not going to
was-
go
But
around.
what if the wire?
Yeah, we don't know how it was
Because
configured.
it's not. I doubt he had a wireless. He could have.
But it's impossible for something to blow up here and it enter here.
First of all, I'm not gonna say impossible with these crazy gadgets out here now. These suckers got stuff that's exploding.
Or it could have been something else that maybe, I don't know if he had an earpiece. I don't know, could that have been it? I don't know.
Yeah, I saw the video of no earpiece. I just don't think, like, to your greatest point, whatever we've been told, that ain't it.
That
There's more
ain't
to it.
No, that can't be it. That's wow.
I was trying to picture this young kid perched up on some roof somewhere, having a full idea of where they were going to set the tent up and figuring out a full sight line into a clean shot without hitting somebody in the crowd. And all of that stuff just seems kind of dubious to me. That's a lot to go
But if
through.
you got a clean
for
shot,
but
it ain't that
and you're
hard.
not a killer. He's not a trained sniper.
What if he didn't have the gun up there? I never thought about this. Because remember when he jumped off and it was like, ain't no way you jumped off with that gun.
But he had a gun with him.
He threw a black
He had a gun.
something down before he
I thought that was
jumped
the
off.
backpack, but you saying it's
we
the
can't
gun?
really see.
Okay.
We can't see what it is.
But you,
But
don't
you
gotta
ain't
be-
disassembling it and putting it back together in that time frame and in that situation, and you're not fully trained. There's
You
no
don't.
way.
You don't gotta be a trained sniper. I could show you a video of me going to the. We were talking about the outdoor range earlier. I could show you a video of me hitting a metal. It's literally the size of a dinner plate. It's a metal dinner plate. It's 200 yards. I can show you a video of me shooting
200
it.
yards.
200 yards.
600 feet.
Yeah, I can show you a video of me. It's in my phone. We'd be shooting it, and all you hear is ping, ping.
Oh, wow.
Me hitting the target from
Okay.
because I got a scope on it. So, I mean, he shot the guy in. This is if it was the shooter. I'm gonna assume he didn't try to hit him in the neck. He might have tried to hit him in the head, but because he's not a sniper, it ended up just happened to hit him in the neck. So I don't know if you gotta. I don't think you gotta be a sniper to hit somebody from that distance. You just gotta have the right equipment. If your scope is locked in, you can hit something from easily 2-3 yards. And hit.
Everybody said that's not a hard shot, so I trust that's not.
And
a
there
hard
was
shot.
nothing around him. Remember, he was sitting at the little table, or whatever it is, by himself, like in the chair he was at.
Yeah, but the people were where that light is from Marcellus. It was like close quarters.
Yeah, but you think from there to there, that's 6-7 feet. If you shooting something this small, 7 feet is like 30 feet.
That's nothing. Yeah, that's nothing. All right, we ain't gonna figure it out right now, so let's move on. Damn, I still don't like we live
I
in a
didn't know
world
about
where.
that Hamas thing though.
Oh yeah, look that up.
Oh boy.
Look that up.
Okay, we got a couple more we can get in. Let's stay on like this like heavier kind of stuff, and then get to something lighter. Serena Williams, Compton's finest.
On the set.
From the set. What's up, homie? Got triggered going into her luxury hotel. Looks like a penthouse to me. Long hallways. My kids now at the level where they go into a hotel room and immediately they're like, "Oh," or "Yay!" And I'm like, it's just based on rate. It's not. I'm not trying to fancy up. They're like, "Oh, this one got room." Oh, this is nothing. That looked pretty fancy. She walks in and she asks us, "How do we feel about her cotton plant in her hotel foyer?" Richie, how do we feel about a cotton plant from Serena Williams asking our reaction? How do we feel?
I didn't get the furor over it.
Thank you, Richie.
Richie didn't. I know she
I thought
BSing
she was
then.
gonna go somewhere else with it.
If
but
Richie didn't get it, Serena, you
No.
better stop playing,
Unless
girl.
it came with a note and said "pick it." I didn't get the Fuhrer. I mean, you know,
You didn't catch it with the cotton shirt she had on?
I'm like, I love cotton. Cotton's
shirt.
my favorite fabric.
You got it on right
And
now.
didn't nobody, you know, as long as somebody's not saying, "Hey, get your ass out in the sun and
You
pick
picked that shirt.
right?
Picked it.
I didn't see. I thought it was a beautiful display. Actually, I was like, that's kind of fresh.
I felt bad. I was like, damn, I voted for Trump, and I think that's a fresh kind of cotton plant.
And I'm sure they have that in every room.
Yeah.
So are
that-
they singling you out, or is that,
That was-
just the
that-
decor of the room?
Did you get the Serena? Oh, yeah. She,
We're gonna
the
get her.
reservation.
Get that Serena plant?
That reservation came in. Let's get her.
Yeah.
Compton
I just-
tennis.
I didn't get that one, and I've watched it a million times. I'm like, am I missing this? And I'm like, nah, that's an overreaction. That's
Let's
much-
frame it too.
say
She got a
this?
whole blonde wig on, which is a whole nother conversation. She married to a whole good white man.
So I was about to go there, but you took
They
it.
got
So,
a million thousand different flowers than the fucking cotton flower they could put in there in this big ass hotel.
so you on the other side.
And I'm just looking at it from. I'm just looking at it from all angles.
Devil's advocate. Okay.
I mean, all this expensive ass hotel, the cotton plant ain't gonna be expensive. What kind of decor is that? You can put
probably
all these nice
Better margins.
plants in there, nice decor. Like come on, they could have did.
Are
that.
you sensitive to
Do you
cotton?
not?
I
Do
just
you
feel like-
not
I
use
just feel like
cotton
they coulda
balls?
did- I just feel like they could have did something totally
No,
different than that.
I'm really trying to find like your definition of cotton and your
No, I'm just saying,
emotions. You're connected to
all
your
these-
ancestors.
All these bouquets and all this stuff that they got, you don't think they could care with something else besides a cotton plant?
But what if that's the decor in every room? Honestly, if I was in a room and there was a cotton plant, I wouldn't even notice it.
I'm like, oh,
I wouldn't pay that much attention to it. But
I probably wouldn't know this either, but I'm just saying so many other stuff they could put besides that.
but do you think black
I
people
don't, know, I
own
don't
the?
think it was personal or intentional, but I just feel like it's just so much
What
other
if
stuff.
what if the hotel room was in her husband's name?
That's gangster. That is a twist. Like, why do we want to even own the plight of cotton? Like, okay, we know what happened. See, this is my problem with pain. I don't respect, and trust people's pain that they had to read about. I don't. It's a different degree. I know, because if you hit me, that's different from somebody saying, I'm going to hit you. Or I hit somebody that you know, or somebody in your family. That's not the same as this. It's a pain, but it ain't the same. So a lot of what she tried to get triggered was stuff that she didn't even have to deal with. My daddy didn't have to deal with, even though my daddy told me he picked cotton for $1. I was like, Daddy, that's slavery nearish, if not slavery. And he's like, I got to pay the $1. I was like, they got you, Daddy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, point being, he didn't have to deal with it. He from Texas, down south. And I hated that she tried to trigger all of us into what? Like something we didn't deal with to say we need to feel it? To me, that was just crazy.
I'm gonna be honest. I know it's gonna sound bad, but it is what is my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't really want to hear that from Serena because literally she's done everything to play into the other side.
Ooh.
Like she's doing stuff with her face. She's trying to make your skin lighter. You've done some type of plastic surgeries to look more European, if you want to call it. You doing the blonde stuff. You weren't married the white guy, and I don't care who you marry. I'm not one of those people. I could care less.
No, I get it.
Whether you marry white, black, Latin, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. But you can't do all that playing into the other side and then try to be the you so woke.
And
like
that's-
it's like
and that's why they do it.
if the woke is legit, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
But this just seemed like a reach. Like,
This seemed like cleanup in aisle one because
Yeah,
I've done
it's like-
4. I spilled 4 things on the other side. So now let me clean it all up with how we feel about the cotton.
Yeah.
What do you mean how I feel
Like-
about the cotton? While I sit on cotton?
Right.
While I'm about to buy some more cotton?
Wearing cotton, all of that. Come on.
Like that, and see, man, don't start. When we get into these conversations about race, and then I see some of our, and I don't even want to call them leaders, just people with platform, do that, and people call me a name, and they look at her like, Go Serena. Oh, she crip walked at the Super Bowl. I crip walk right now. That don't mean I'm about to do something stupid like that to trigger you.
That crip walk for a long time.
Man.
She's been riding that crip walk.
Yeah, that didn't land. Not only did it not land, it made me question why you even did that jump. And I think that's the whole I want to be down, the insecurity we talked about, you were joking about earlier, where you're like, I'm about to go prove to y'all I'm still connected.
Overcompensation.
Do you all remember our very first show, or maybe second show, and everybody got on me for saying I hated seeing Serena out there crip walking?
I don't remember, but I'm listening.
I was for these same reasons.
I just remember 20 people being here.
I was like, she should be
on the rocks. Had a lot of ice cubes and a lot of cubes in that glass.
And he wasn't even here.
No.
Was you here for the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Was you?
You remember that, D? When I was talking about the...
Yeah, it was only 2 people in him, all 20.
You was here. Damn, my bad.
So, that was one of my best jokes that got no love. I'm sorry.
That was like the corniest shit.
I think I'm corny.
He said he's corny.
I'm pretty corny, pretty nervous, pretty Russell. Pretty Russell. All right, so why? Oh, because you're saying she's playing in those cards?
Yeah, like, and you should be above that and past that. And showing a different example other than that.
Yeah, she's so far removed.
I mean, you're the best tennis
successful
player
for
ever.
20 years, maybe longer.
Oh, you said it, and look, I'm guilty too, so don't trip. But I catch myself, I think I do. So far removed from what? See, we think there's an epicenter of black, and let's be real. They tell us that navigation point is broke, low, synonymous with hood. Where removed from what? She got 300 million, they say, net worth. And if a black woman got 300 million, that's the black experience. But we say, and I was just thinking that, I was like, she's trying to be down, but down to what? She's trying to connect herself to the masses most, because we're in last place socioeconomically. So she's trying like, I ain't went nowhere. Forget all this private jet and penthouse stuff. Like, I'm still you. I'm still from Compton, Florida. Well, and everybody like, you overcompensating. But you just said she's trying to be there. And like, it's almost like we get brainwashed into thinking a little lower of us than we are at times, no?
So far removed is a real thing. And as your favorite all you guys, you and him, your favorite artist, Jim Jones, has an album called Product of My Environment.
Okay.
And that's a real thing. So it doesn't matter if you're white and you grew up in a trailer park, or you're black and you grew up in a hood, either or. Once you achieve a certain level of success, if you've moved somewhere else and lived somewhere different, and now you're in a completely different environment where you've been there 10 years, 20 years, you change. Because your environment, now, will you be connected to what you came from? For the most part, yeah, but your environment can change you. And I think she's been out of that environment for so long. And I know she also hears the chatter, the online chatter, like, oh, you married this guy, you trying to do all this to your face. So I do feel like some of that is like, I want to show y'all I'm still connected. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do these things to prove it. The problem is that's how you know a person is disconnected. Because they often shoot that gun at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Like, this wasn't one of those situations for you to use that bullet.
Nah.
There's plenty of others where you could have used it, and we'd be like, oh, okay, Serena's riding with the cause. But fighting over a cotton plant is a reach.
Yeah.
I feel like the most woke person wouldn't even have cared about a cotton plant.
I wouldn't have looked twice at that thing, except that I thought it was I kind of liked it.
It is. Like, all right.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
She did the most and got toasted and roasted for it.
And I don't have anything against cotton. I just have a thing against having to pick it.
I'm about to say,
right.
yeah. Talk about displacing the origination.
Right.
She better never wear cotton. If you doing that, you better have never wore.
I guarantee she
cotton.
had something on
of
cotton.
Course, she was probably wearing cotton when she wrote it.
Right.
So it was like, come on.
She ain't never got her nails done, huh?
She took a piece off and was doing it. I was like, so you do like cotton balls, huh?
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah.
do like cotton balls.
I'm not going there. I heard it. Okay, let's get into this. let's bring this up. Did y'all see? What does this mean? I ain't talking to y'all. Did y'all see what Rex Ryan said?
Went in on my boy.
On Shedeur. Sit down and be in the front row. And something's missing from Shedeur to the point where that's why you should be embarrassed you not the starter in Cleveland. Oh, you got a problem with this or you love this.
No, I actually agree with Rex Ryan.
What?
And you know, I ride for Shedeur. I ride for Shedeur's my guy.
You ain't got his shirt on today, so
Not
maybe
today.
not.
I can only wear it once in the blue moon. Can't wear it every episode.
Right.
I do feel like that was the youth in him. Like, you got to know when to say things and when not to say it. And I feel like every person in their 20s has done that. And I feel like I respect that you feel like you're better than, I don't care if you feel like you're better than every quarterback in the league. Like, I respect that. That's the competitor in you.
Yeah.
But right now, you third string. You got to just know when not to say certain things. So when you say, looking at this quarterback play in the league, I know I could do better. Personally, I like that. But the optics are people already saying you arrogant.
Yeah.
They already said that the reason why you is because your interviews, you was too cocky.
Yep.
Sometimes you don't got to have an opinion on everything. Sometimes you got to just keep that to yourself.
Yeah, doing nothing.
Let it fly.
Yeah.
And what did he think he was going to accomplish?
It ain't gonna move you up.
Wasn't thinking.
You know what I mean? That you gotta measure your words when you're in that position. And what did you think you were going to get out of it? Somebody was going to say, "Oh, okay, we'll let you go and we'll pick you up and you come lead us." Well,
talk your way into that, right?
No, Dylan Gabriel's closer to that than Shedeur is right now.
Yeah. And he ain't saying nothing.
And he ain't saying nothing.
Let that play speak, because if not, you're in trouble.
Dylan about to get a shot faster than you know it. Watch.
Yeah, Flacco.
Oh, yeah. You about to probably get it this week. We'll see. They probably put Flacco in one more time.
Week, next week for sure.
Yeah, they're going to let Flacco go one more time.
Especially with the way Jackson Dart.
I was about to say, the Giants play into that.
They like, oh, man, we might need that spark too.
Yeah, like Shedeur saying that, and then that came after him saying, look at the quarterbacks in the league and look how they playing. I'm like, dog, I'm torn. I'm not on either side because you know me, to a fault, I want to do me. You know what I mean? So if that's who you really are, Shedeur, do you. Because I don't believe in this whole I could talk trash when I'm the starter, but I'm a third stringer. I got to be meek and all quiet because I'm like, that's playing the game within the game, which is smart, but it also is not smart to who you are because you are who you are. Like if I'm going to talk trash, every time I'm out there, 1 play, 100 plays, you getting trash. And if I'm not, I'm not. But the reason I'm more with you and I'm like, to win, you can't do it that way. You can't pick both sides. You got to pick one side, and that means shut the funk up. Because you ever been on the bench? Raise your hand, you ever been on the bench? And you're sitting there, right? And you next to your boy who's like, man, these fools sorry. Man, he missed that shit. He's sorry. Fouls out there, dog. You already know.
Man, I could do that.
Man, I could do that, dog. Oh, Coach tripping. If he let me in, it's over. We here for a reason, dog. He wants his job. He wants to look good. We and you need to be a little more honest in this moment. And that's what he sound like to me. I'm like, I don't respect anybody who ain't in that position woofing. I'm like, because you don't know what that position entails. Why you keep doing that? Because it's going to make, like you said, he's perceived as arrogant and worse. Oh, you think this is easy. You think this is sweet. And the problem with making people think you think it's sweet is they know you don't respect the process. Because anybody who's ever got anywhere, especially in sports, knows, oh, that's hell. Just to get on that field, just to be a starter in the NFL. Dog, I'm not lying. Sometimes I walk around when I go to the high school games, and the biggest flex I got, no one knows. I sit there, and I look at the sidelines. I'm like, damn, it's 100 kids. I look at the other sideline. It's 100 kids. And then I get quiet and I hear about 2 blocks over, it's another stadium and it's 200 kids. And then I just imagine every other block, there's 200 kids playing football. There's millions of cats playing football. And we made it. And not only did we make it, we made it with them making it. And I'm like, that's insane. So when I hear somebody who ain't where they want to be exactly, and they talking about, man, I'm like, what? Do you know how hard it is just to skip past all those cats in line? And then when you that close to blow it off of some talk instead of some walk, I wasn't feeling that. So
I think there's frustration there too, because he feels like he's the guy, and he's sitting behind people that he knows in his mind that he's better than. So it's like,
you think he's better than Dylan Gabriel? I don't. I think he's better than Flacco, all things considered.
To be fair, I haven't watched enough of Dylan Gabriel to make that assessment.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen in Shedeur, I think he is.
Okay.
But
and another thing that comes into play with this whole thing is he's looking out into a stadium filled with his jersey.
Yeah, that's what's getting him. You're right. That's tough. When everybody's screaming your name, you know your name rings loud. You see everybody in your support.
You hearing people say, "Put in Shedeur." You seeing your number in every color, all around that thing, and you know you top 5 in the league.
Yeah.
Sitting on the bench, and people want you in the game. So there's a little bit of a difference there.
But when has that ever worked out? And for your boy who go to the club with you, and he looks good. Like, he looks better than you. Like, I've been there where it's just a good-looking dude. But I'm me, and I've got the status, so I'm the starter. But he fresh. And girls is just staring at him, and then he like, look. But every girl that is staring at him, they come to me first because they're like, you know, hook or crook, I got to go with the money, with the pocketbook. You know what I mean? I got to go to the money. Follow the money. And I've been there before where he started talking a little greasy to me. Like, I'm buying the drink. Mm-hmm. It's my table. Mm-hmm. They come to speak to me, even though I know you fresh. Because they come to me and immediately be like, all right, let me go over there. That's an easy consolation, like love, right? So what happens is he starts to think a little higher of himself than they gonna really respect. Because in here, at the end of the night, they don't say how many numbers you got. They say, can I see your credit card? You know what I mean? You gotta put the credit card down. And Shedeur is not putting his credit card down. He putting his name down. Like, my look down. I got an account. No, you don't.
Right. So in this instance, Pretty Boy would be Shedeur. I mean, you would be Shedeur.
No, I'm the one. I'm Flacco.
No, they're coming to see him.
But
you're doing all the work.
Mm-hmm. So you think you're fresh because people staring at you and people saying you look good, but the waitresses need me. Right. The owner needs me. Right. And frankly, these girls need me too because you ain't buying nothing right now. You ain't earned that. You ain't got that yet. You ain't got what they really want. You just got what they fancying over, and they hope you're going to show them what they want. I just think he's in a bad position because it's vanity almost. Like, his vanity is playing with his brain because, one, you grew up with vanity, your dad. Imagine your daddy, Dion. God dang. MJ proud of me. Imagine if I was Dion. But that boy wouldn't even go to school today. He'd be like, Daddy, up there.
Wouldn't be doing on the rocks.
Be coaching at Columbia or something. That's dope. All right, one more topic we got here. I like that.
Diddy.
Diddy?
Go ahead.
You want to do Diddy? Do it.
I mean, I don't know what your topic was.
I ain't got none.
I saw it this morning.
What happened?
See, Cassie wrote another letter.
Please.
Against him.
All right, let's do Diddy.
Oh, for the sentencing?
Yeah. Because she wrote a letter a couple months ago when the trial first ended to keep him in there. Because they remember the lawyers were trying to get him out, like at least on bail while you wait for a sentence. And she wrote a letter like, please don't let him out. But now, today, she just wrote another letter because the sentencing is coming up to ask them to keep him in there longer.
Because beyond what she's already said.
She's having nightmares and with him getting out and all this other stuff. And I'm like,
I don't believe none of that.
Come on. My only thing is, if you watch the trial and you heard, even, I don't know if you watched Vlad, but he was interviewing all the male escorts. And every single one of them had the same story. And they all said, no, she was initiating. And there's times where he didn't even want to do it. And she was the one pushing it. She was having drug issues. She was pushing it like she was just doing too much.
Yep.
So I think it's interesting that now she's playing the victim role. And I mean, she's a victim. She is a victim to an extent in certain things from what we see. But I just think it's interesting that she's doing this because you settled, you got exactly what you wanted, and you still Still doing this?
But you forget he was whooping her behind.
But
We saw him.
But you settled.
The money don't have anything to do with the PTSD.
Yeah, it does.
We just talked about PTSD. Money don't cure that.
With you, Richie.
It don't cure the PTSD, but when you said, "All right, I'll take that amount,"
well, yeah,
that's
the
settlement. Like, this is enough money to satisfy how I feel.
Well, no, it's enough money for me to punish you, but that doesn't mean it's gonna go away in my brain.
You're right. You both were right, actually, in this one. Let me say, first of all, who the fuck am I to say y'all right? Here, I see where you're coming from. He's coming from the point of, look, you kept coming to me even through all this abuse, which doesn't put all the onus on you or doesn't absolve me. But that's a conversation.
And that happens.
And that happens in a lot in abusive relationships. Right. But then that turns into, you're going to come to me and threaten to tell everyone about this unless I give you $30 million. So it looks like your restitution is money. That's why he went with the money angle. Okay, no. Put it out. Oh, you are? Oops. Here you go. A day later, here you go, $30 million. Shut it. Too late. Now the dominoes fall on everybody. So then you've already showed me that money can absolve some of your pain to some degree. I don't know. Then that turns into the trial comes out. You telling everybody, lock me up forever. I get it. Because it helps your story on top of it soothes your pain. But now there's been a change. There's been a lot of the charges dismissed. You come on. Like, I've done right by you because you signed off on it. I've served some time. They're reducing the charges. You want me what? For your narrative now. I think for her story, for the tale that is being told versus what the real story is, which is what the escorts are saying. Girl,
you was down for it.
You were down. As much as you got maybe drugged down, you stayed down. And I think that's the conversation. Like, she can't act like she wearing all white to this event.
Why would Cassie need a narrative right now?
Because everybody's against her.
Yeah.
She initially came out.
I don't know anybody against her.
You gotta get on the internet. Look at everybody. Initially, initially her agenda was, I'm the victim. He did this to me, and this is all the stuff that I've been through. Then that video came out, which kind of made it seem like, oh, everything she said was true.
She should have tapped right there and just took the money and got away.
And that was it. Then what she didn't know about is when the Fed case came and they asked her to be a part of it based off what she put out there. But once she put it out there and then people watched the trial and heard everything that was coming from it, they were like, oh,
wait a minute.
This agenda that you initially put out was, you weren't the victim.
Yeah.
You were a willing participant.
Mm-hmm.
You were fully invested in this. You okayed everything, but you tried to make it seem like you had no choice. Like you were forced into this. So if you look online and you see just even like all the videos of people talking, everybody's like, you weren't the victim.
No.
You knew what you were doing. So I feel like now she's like trying to double down.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let me
save it one more
letter
time
and say I had nightmares and this and that, because you're trying to save face.
Yep.
To protect your image or whatever it was.
And that's the implicit bias of just all of these cases when it comes to men versus women. A woman knows that she can play that card that we can't play, because anytime there's any abuse accusations, you get into a place where you're like, yeah, he had power over her. So our natural assumption was power, Puff Daddy, Diddy, then power, man, woman. And you're like, and she says, yeah, and I was getting abused on that. And you're like, I'm with you. And then you realize, wait a minute. You went to the places, you instigated some of these events that you complained about. Why? And you can say, and most people will say, the first card is, because I'm in an abusive relationship and hurt people. So he's hurting me, and I'm hurt, so I'm hurting myself. But then you start to say, okay, we all been raised by parents that told us, how many times you gonna just walk there if you know that that's not a place you should be? When you gonna stop going there? And she's trying to play. I think that's the double down. Like, no, I'm so caught up in him. He's such the perpetrator. He has such authority and power over me. And people are like, Nah, you booking first class hotels with cotton in the plants, and you stupid. You sitting there inviting yourself to abuse. When does it become on you in terms of accountability?
How does anybody know that wasn't at the order of Diddy?
Because
that's my question is how would the escort know who was initiating this thing, or if he said, "Hey, get such and such on the line, get my shit together."
I'm gonna tell you why. Because these guys, I think it's like 4 of them. I saw a bunch of the interviews.
Yeah, I saw them.
Like faces. 4 of them did interviews with her, with Vlad individually, and they all had a similar story. And they all said there was times where he wasn't even a part of it. He had nothing to do with it, and it was her calling them, just wanting to have these, whatever you want to call them,
freak-offs.
One-on-one with them.
Yeah, there's times where she wanted to do one-on-ones, and there's times where she was setting it up, and then he just like showed up, but he had no parts of it. So they were saying like it was her initiated. Now 4 different people saying that. One person say it's like 4 different people saying having the same story.
I'm with Richie in this respect. I could be a good defense attorney and say, look, the dude had such a cloud over her that everything she did from this date to this date attribute to him.
Right.
I would play that card.
And she was trying to please him
Yep.
the whole way, and maybe he was having a bad day and she thought that would soothe him.
Yeah, I would play that card.
There's so much to it.
Directly and indirectly. But the flip is, to your point, like, we also are humans and who get it. Like, but the thing is, she's not a kid, but sometimes you notice in like even abductions,
like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, Stockholm syndrome. Like, you know you can get away, you ain't going nowhere because you're like, where am I going?
But that's where, like you said, when you spoke in defense of, like, if you're on her side, that works in his side too. Because like you still kept coming back.
Yeah,
and it's just
calling
like
me.
Right, and it's just like when they were broken up, and she was already with the new guy, the guy, her husband now, and then she went back to Diddy and was in the bed with him when she was on the phone with the husband. It's like, you were so, the word, I don't know what best word to use here. You were so like devastated and emotionally going through it, but you went back to him and you're in the bed with him while your man is at home. Like,
I do know from facts.
It just sounds crazy.
I was a player rep for 9 to 10 years, so we worked with our security, which is a lot of times former FBI or former police. You should have seen these cases, dog. And I'm not lying to y'all. Just because we're the men, and so then the case is usually somebody they dated or a woman. The bullshit. Like, straight up bullshit. Like, you meet him, y'all hanging out, y'all kicking it, all of a sudden he did what? Okay, then you came back, and then all of a sudden this happened. And then it's like, you came back, and then finally you're suing. And it's like, you're reading it and you're like, you're lying. Like, it's so obvious a lie, but you still got to go through that rigmarole and that process of like, you're only saying this because he got $5 and he's a dude and people may believe it. But the real is, come on, he didn't do that. Because if he did that, why would you ever say, I'm coming back? And then you get into this whole, is it Stockholm syndrome? Did he have power over her? And you're like, and I've seen the FBI guys, candidly, they're like, this is some bullshit. But we got to go through protocol. We got to go through process. But it just reads and sounds and is bullshit. And I'm sure some women are sitting there saying, well, here's the flip. Well, I'm listening to your podcast, but on this one, I've seen it thousands of times.
But the big difference with this is we've seen him kick her butt.
Oh, yeah.
We saw it.
We did.
That's not what he's on trial for.
No,
I'm not. That's where it gets tricky.
Well, he's not on trial for her either. I mean, he's on trial for other stuff.
Facts.
But she was part of the trial, but the stuff that she was really involved with, the big case, he got found not guilty.
I understand. I understand. But what I'm saying is that those are two different things. So we know that there was physical abuse.
Right.
Facts.
We know that, and that's a game changer.
That does.
But you grew up in a legal household, I would say, because your father was a judge, right? Was he a lawyer too, or just a judge?
Well, you're a lawyer first, and then you become a judge.
I didn't know the route, but
Queens, son. Ghetto ass school. He went to 2 high schools. Don't know that shit.
Hey man. Although my dream job was to be a lawyer, but I say that to say, what he actually got convicted for, nobody has ever done like time for that.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's writing a letter trying to get him to do all this time for something like this is it's excessive.
Gotcha.
Well, we gotta get out of here, and I just on that case right there, I'm just like, I'm mad that I'm in a world where either I'm sensitive, respectful, or it's just not the thing to do. But I just think that she on that bullshit with that. Like, dog, you gotta stop. Like, I wish my grandma was alive and she had a podcast. She was like, girl, if you don't sit your ass down, you lying motherfucker. That's how she talk. And I was like, oh, that's it. Like, I wish she would have judged this, all this stuff, because it would be a lot cleaner than what we doing.
So you got 30 million. Just go disappear.
Just like
live your life.
Did you want 30 million to disappear? And now you want what? 30 million and me to not live another free day?
He gave her. She got 30 from
She
him.
got 20 from him and 10 from the Intercontinental, I think.
The hotel.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought she got 20 from the hotel.
No, 20 from him. 10
Okay.
from them.
Okay.
Whatever.
And it's like, you got enough where you can hire security and be able, you don't, what you worried about him for?
She ain't worried.
He gonna be on his best behavior if he gets out.
Ooh, this sound like child support. Like, I don't want them around. Like, what the fuck? It's my baby too. But you be acting like, you making that up. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to get more money, please. You've been through the course. It's all about the money. That's why that boy, my boy at the club who looked better, still my club, son. That'll do episode 46 on the rocks. Oh boy. Peace. Right. I'm glad he said that. No one chooses football. Football chooses you. It's so crazy people still stuck in Patrick Mahomes in the offense. I'm like, do you see these numbers? This is Marcellus Wiley on the rocks.